I know. Okay, so I went into the software settings, and there's actually a way to enable NVIDIA Broadcast straight through there now.
Hmm.
So maybe that broke old NVIDIA Broadcast, which is why I'm guessing that wasn't working. But I don't know why the effects were happening, but I guess that's off now, so that is good.
Hi, hello, Passive Pixels. All you guys missed Dorian over here sounding like a fucking demon for like the last 10 minutes while we were troubleshooting. Anyways, I just realized I have already broken what I was about to say. So let's look, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, I have my niece and nephew here. I was going to try not curse, and it's only been 45 seconds and I already have. So you see, what I was going to say is that we're going to make a game out of this one. Okay. I need you to somehow force me to want to curse, but from here on out, this is the episode. I'm going to try not curse at all.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't hear me.
Whatever. I didn't know we were live. Okay. Hi. Cool. Awesome. Hi. By the way, I'm not drunk, but I'm a little tipsy. I've had a couple beers, so that could be part of all the issues going on here. So this should be a fun episode.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Just table of contents. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Bravely Default, Ghostrunner, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Casino, Pan's Labyrinth, Halloween, Climax, Silent Library, Lord of the Rings of Power, Netflix Resident Evil, The Red Shoes, and Airplane. Dorian, your list.
All right. We got Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, Immortality, Devil May Cry 3, The Great Ace Attorney, Breaking Bad, Lord of the Rings of Power,
The Rings.
Moonfall, Elephant, Eddie the Eagle, The Vanishing, Ghost World, Amour, The Seventh Continent, Druk, Good Night and Good Luck, Hustlers, Carnage, Rosemary's Baby, Do the Right Thing, Barbarian, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, The Invitation, Double Indemnity, Pan's Labyrinth, and Heat.
All right, I have 12. How many was that?
More than 12.
Jesus Christ. All right. You see, the thing is that I was thinking I would try to speed run, but we all know where the speed running needs to happen.
Yeah, I got like 24, 25, so I guess I should start doing some shit, eh?
Have at it.
Alrighty then. Let's start things off fun, shall we? Shall we start things off fun with a little classic banter? Let's do Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, shall we? So this is a video game made by Joseph Fares.
I've never heard of this man. Who is this man?
He's a very problematic figure in the industry.
Whoa, I love him already.
So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Mr. Fares. Basically the man, he's a bit arrogant and brash.
Good.
And I don't like how he made a fool of himself one day at the game.
That's just par for the course for video games. Okay, video games deserve no respect.
That's true. So ever since this moment, how long ago was that, by the way? It was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago? I don't remember now.
Probably even more. Probably like 6.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Anyways, so ever since then, I've said, no, I will never play a Fares game. I do not want to support that monster. Which it still remains the same. By the way, this is the problematic block. I'll do Polanski after.
No, I hate you.
But yeah, I wanted to so but here's the thing. I actually already owned Brothers. I guess I got a Humble Bundle ages ago, probably, that just included that game, because Humble Bundles, they just throw keys at you. Or at least they did. So I had a key for this game randomly on my Steam. I wanted something short to play on my Steam Deck, so I was like, you know what, why not play some Brothers? I need something to play on my Steam Deck. Let's give this a shot. Let's put aside my biases and my my hatred for a man, and let's be the bigger man here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm winking right now.
Yeah, exactly. Games and hey, honestly, the game's not bad. It's pretty good. I think it's an interesting concept. It took me a bit. Like, I'm pretty monkey brained when it comes to game controls, and when a game tries to get me to do something new that I'm not used to, that's difficult for me. And it did take me a little while with this one, because basically you're controlling two characters. One is like your left thumbstick, and one is your right thumbstick. And it actually does. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't, but it does pay off why they're doing that eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, and at first I was like, this is kind of stupid. I wish I wouldn't do this. But again, there was payoff for it, so I get it. And I did get used to it. It just took me a while. Even by the end, though,
Yeah.
there were still times where I was kind of fumbling around. But I think that's more because I'm stupid. I'm not going to blame the game honestly for that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, no, it's a good game. It's definitely it has some emotional punch to it. I don't know if it affected me as much as I thought it would, or people might have thought it would for me. But I still did think it was good. Definitely, definitely some heavy themes it deals with and some good discussion points there. And yeah, it was just a pretty fun game overall. It was short, doesn't outstay, actually very short, shorter than I was expecting. It doesn't overstay its welcome at all. And I like it. And it's too bad that, well, A, Mr. Fars is an asshole, but B, it's
You
also
would
too
love
bad.
that.
It's also too bad that everything he's done since then is co-op. So it's just, I really don't like co-op games. Those are not my wheelhouse. I will play It Takes Two eventually because I have a promise to do that.
Hey, how's it
But
going?
yeah, but genuinely, generally, I don't like to play those play co-op games. So uh, I don't know if I'll play any more of his games. I'm guessing that's his thing now. It's kind of his shtick, so I imagine that's where he'll continue to go in the future. But this was a single player game, so I could still play it.
All right. Brothers is a phenomenal game. I have it on my shelf. I bought it. I haven't even played it again. I told myself I was going to play it again when you played it. Yeah, that was a big fucking. Damn it! Oh! No! Ah! That's
I get a
6
dollar
minutes?
every time you swear.
No, no, you are not getting any money out of me, okay? No,
You'd be
no.
broke by the end of this episode.
I'd be giving you like I'd be like I don't know. Do you take steelbooks? And you're gonna be like, yes. Hand me the near one. And I'd be like, no, nope. All right. Oh my god, this is gonna be so difficult. Anyways, I have it on my shelf. Yeah, that didn't happen. I told myself I was gonna play it. It didn't happen. Is a great game. I'm so happy that you played it. Stuff. Let's go into spoilers because this is the whole reason I want to talk about it. I highly recommend it. Everyone, stuff, things.
Yeah,
Three,
I over recommend it too. So yeah. Well,
two,
can I do the countdown? I want to do the
go
spoiler
for it.
because it's fun.
Go for it.
All right, cool. 3, 2, 1. The brother dies.
No, no, no. The spoiler is 3, 2, 1. The whole reason that you had the two joysticks
Oh
and the
yeah.
two characters is that your brother dies. So then, whenever you're swimming at the end and your brother has the fear of swimming, you have to use the other joystick of your dead brother to help you swim through. That's how you spoil it. That's how
That
you
took me
spoil it.
that took me way too long to figure out, by the way. I'm just sitting there at this water. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I
No,
was
but the
getting
moment you
mad.
figure it out,
The funny thing is, I looked up a guide because I was getting frustrated.
no.
No, hold on, let me finish. I looked up a guide, but the guide just says go in the water. So I'm like, what the
Oh,
fuck? This guide doesn't work. Like, you fucking stupid fucking guide. So I'm sitting there for like at least, I would say 15, 20 minutes trying to figure this out, getting angry. I was like, is my game glitched? Like, do I need to restart a checkpoint? And I think randomly I just pushed the button by accident, and I was like, oh, okay.
it's such a good moment. It's
That is good.
so good. I'm just like, oh, I wish someone cared about me.
No, it was very well done, that moment. That was actually a highlight of it for me. So no, it was really, that was good game design execution by Mr. Fars. I'll give him credit.
By the way, the whole moral of the story is bros before spider hose.
Correct. No,
I would,
absolutely. No, that's absolutely true. I like, dude wanted some fucking spider pussy, so he like gets lured into the cave and gets like shanked. I'm supposed to feel bad for you? I mean, come on, bro.
look, man. I'm just gonna say I understand. Okay, I'm not gonna say I feel like I'd be better than you in that situation, but I'm still gonna say like oh, sure. I get it. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a Forest out of 10, baby. One of the highest scores we could give.
Taking everything into account, it's a 0.5 out of 10 for me.
Understandable. Now go ahead and
All
go to
right.
the next problematic.
Yeah, so let's talk about Carnage and Rosemary's Baby.
You know,
So
the
we'll
dude who
start.
R-worded people, but okay, yeah. All right, yeah. Yeah. On the
So
same level as insulting a terrible medium of video games. Yep, same level.
wait, R worded. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I thought, I thought
I'm assuming I have to count that. I'm
no, no,
trying not to.
I know. I thought you meant, for some reason, I thought you meant retard. I'm like, I guess we can't say that, but like,
I
I
mean,
thought
I
that's, yes.
probably, with the rules I've set, I probably can't say that either. So
Oh, you're fucked, hey? Good luck. Okay.
yeah, I know. This is what I'm saying. I want to see how you try to break me because like this is twice now in like 6 minutes. So
I mean, I don't have to do shit. I just sit back and listen.
I'll
All right.
implode. Understandable.
Carnage, which also is a good name for this episode,
Hmm.
directed by Roman Polanski from this was in 2011. I really, so I actually like, look, Polanski's a huge piece of shit. Like, all jokes and memes aside, Favre's isn't that bad. Polanski is that bad. He's a horrible human being, deplorable piece of shit. Unfortunately, though, he's really fucking talented at what he does.
Yeah.
And this is another example of that. Now, this is actually, funny enough, my least favorite Polanski movie, but I still loved it. So, I mean, that should tell you a lot. This is basically just a straight up stage play adaptation. It's barely an hour and 20 minutes long. It all takes place in one room, and it's like 99% dialogue. So this is certainly not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And I'll be honest with you, I think this movie, if it didn't have good actors, would like completely fall apart. But you've got Kate Winslet, Jodie Foster, Christoph Waltz, and John C. Reilly just being fucking powerhouses here, and it works. It's really well done. Basically, their kids get into a tiff. One of them gets hit in the fucking head, I think, with a hockey stick or something like that. Has to go to the hospital, get stitches. So the parents sit down and try to figure this all out together, and being rational parents and not losing their shit. And as you can guess by the title of the movie, it doesn't exactly go to plan.
Mhm.
But it's good. It's really well done. It's very bitey. It's witty. It's funny. Like I said, certainly not going to be for everyone. Yeah, certainly not going to be for everyone. You have to be into those sorts of things. But I really liked it.
I'm gonna let myself abstain from it. So that's the score. Abstain out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a 8 out of 10 for me. Really good stuff.
Now let's talk
And
about one
then
of the most feminist movies of all time, directed by that guy.
yeah, Rosemary's Baby, man. So this movie, so I've actually seen this movie once before, and basically now this is 3 times now recently, where I know a movie's really good, and I'm like, I really want to just give this movie a 5 out of 5, but like I watched it so long ago, I need to rewatch it and make sure that's the case. This happened with Magnolia. This happened with Mulholland Drive, and now this has happened with Rosemary's Baby. I really just got to start giving these movies 5 out of 5s though, and not bother to rewatch them because I know they deserve them. I just want to be sure, I guess. And the last thing I want to do is give, like, if I give something a 5 out of 5, I'm very stingy with my 5 out of 5, so I want to make sure like I don't go back on it. Uh, I guess so. It's just overabundance of caution, but yeah, Rosemary's Baby is incredible. A really great movie. It's funny in a dark way. It's creepy as hell. It's very unnerving. I watched this at like midnight, which is like the perfect time because it's just, there's something just so
Yeah.
off about this entire movie. Nothing feels right. And it plays off perfectly with one of his other movies, Repulsion. Obviously, this is actually a part of the Apartment trilogy, which is Repulsion, Rosemary's Baby, and The Tenant. And you get a lot of similar themes. And this, I don't know about the Tenant. I haven't seen that one yet. But with Rosemary's Baby and Repulsion, they play off so well with each other and just the themes and kind of what they're discussing here. This one's even better though. It's just pure masterclass in my opinion. It's definitely one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Mia Farrow's great here. She's adorable. She's hard not to like in this movie. Just as she slowly kind of starts breaking down and questioning everything around her that's happening. And yeah, it's just wild, man. You take so many twists and turns. You never know where it's really going to end. I do want to talk a little bit about spoilers, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
overall overview. I fucking love this movie.
All right. This is an all-time classic movie. This is a damn. No, I'm allowed damn. I'm allowed damn. That's what TV
Oh,
Y7. They
that's
can get
fine.
a damn. Yeah. All right.
You'd say
Uh,
damn in the Resident Evil Netflix series. You're good.
no, that they've said worse things there. Um, so yes, this is a phenomenal movie. It is a movie that you just look at it, it's like, man, how were you doing this in the 60s? It's just incredible to see those movies that you can just tell were landmarks, that there was nothing like it before, there still isn't anything like it now, and you can still tell that even with the age on this movie, this is still as influential then as it probably was now. highly recommended. The Criterion Collection is a very clean one, and if you can find it, snap it up immediately because that one's a rare one. So yeah, go ahead to spoilers now. I feel like I've talked about it vaguely now, and now let's go ahead because I want to say the thing.
What?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to count down. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Yeah,
Amen!
the end really makes this movie. And you know
Yes.
what I appreciate about it so much? Okay. So this might shock longtime listeners of this show, all two of you. And it might shock you too, Ed, because
Mhm.
I'm Mr. Ambiguity. You know me, I love my ambiguity.
I know you hate. I
This
hate
movie would
you.
have been very, very easy to kind of end before that scene and end on an ambiguous note. They could have done that, and it still would have been a really good movie. But I'm glad they didn't in this case because that ending is just an all timer. It's so
Yeah.
great because she's just sitting there, she's hiding the pills. You're like, oh man, this bitch be crazy. This is sad. Like, why did this happen to her? Like, god damn it. And then she goes to that closet. You're like, oh no, like you're not gonna find anything. Oh, wait, what? You actually oh, wait, they actually are a Satan cult? Oh, wow. And the thing that's brilliant about it, it's not like she is kind of crazy too at the same time, but obviously she's just been driven there
No,
by all
she's
this
not.
shit.
That's the thing. She's
Well,
not crazy. They
but
gaslit
she
her the entire time.
but she is now. Like you're not gonna
No,
be
no, she was crazy, and then they just proved her right.
Exactly, but you're not going to be normal after this now. I mean, at the
Okay,
very
well,
end,
yeah.
she's rocking the baby, and she's obviously gone at that point. So like, it just sucks, right? Because yeah, no, you're right. She wasn't crazy, but now she is gonna be, and no one will ever believe her, which is also just gonna make
Uh,
make
I
her
don't
even
know,
more
man.
crazy.
Are we sure that's not just lemonade for her?
Yeah, maybe lemonade.
She's like,
um,
man, literally, this child is Satan. This is the biggest lemon ever. He does
and
have my eyes, though.
I love that you don't get to see the baby too. You just kind of get
Oh, it's
that like
perfect.
you get that horrific shriek from her, and obviously some ungodly looking thing, and then just that great line. Look, it has its father's eyes, and the father is Satan. It's
Oh my god.
it's so darkly comedic, and
Yeah.
it's perfect. It's just absolutely perfect, and it really just like if you weren't like if you were on the fence of this movie being like some kind of masterpiece, I think that ending is what just puts it
Yes.
over the top because it's just so fucking perfect. So yeah, it's just I don't know, it's great stuff.
I love this movie and that ending, like you're just saying, man. I'm telling you, just the fact that it's willing to be so upfront with, like, yeah, we believe in Satan. That's what this is all bit. This is what it's all been about. You want to join us? She's just like, no, I don't want to join you guys. Why is this so normal? It's like, listen, we have meetings all the time. We play bridge on Thursdays. We occasionally have Satan pop up and R word some women. So, like, you can join us if you want. We have a bit of an onboarding process, but it's okay. And then she's just like, well,
Fuck it.
sure. But I've been in worse situations. I've been married to that man.
That is good. At least she gets to like spit in his face. So I was like, that's good. Like you deserve that, you fucking gaslighting piece of shit.
God, I love that this man was like, "Oh yeah, my child. Yeah, I'll sacrifice that for a career, please. Yeah, absolutely. Oh wait, no, sorry. No. Technically, that was never his kid. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it mixed up. But yeah, my wife.
He offered his wife up for a career,
Yeah,
basically.
my wife's womb, and not getting R worded. Yeah, you know what? I can sacrifice that. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that other guy goes blind so I could get his roles.
I really wish like I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the scene where they convinced him of that. Like just like here's the deal: we can offer you a career, but we're gonna rape your wife and put put the son of Satan into her. How do you feel about this?
Mm,
Well,
mm, what kind of roles? Like, are we just gonna do commercials, TV, or like, am I gonna be working with, like I got Coppola's working on some projects right now?
I mean, pertinent questions to ask. So he's doing his due diligence at least.
Rosemary's
Uh,
Baby is an all-time classic. Cinema Kino out of 10.
yeah, 5 out of 5. Cinema at its finest. Watch that shit. And like he said, like Ed said, like if you can get the Criterion collection, great. If not, there is a peasant Blu-ray that has been reprinted, so you can buy that. But you're a peasant. So
I'm sorry, I can't imagine the idea of not having a Steelbook or a 4K or
yes,
a Criterion. Ugh,
yeah,
disgusting.
it's very gross to think of. Yeah, let's just move on.
Like,
I'm gonna rapid shot a bunch of really shitty movies here now, or just kind of
yes,
mid movies and get rid of them. So,
yes.
well, so we'll do these as quick as I can.
Actually, you know what? Since you're doing that type of quality, let me go ahead and slot in some
Sure,
terrible quality here.
go ahead.
Netflix
Oh,
Resident
fuck.
Evil. Remember when you were like, "This is terrible," and you lasted 20 minutes, and you joked around saying, "I fully believe you'll get to the end of it."
Yeah, I was right.
I got to the end of it.
I hate that I knew you would like this. Like I hate like you could guess my taste and know that I'm gonna like and really like good movies, which we'll get to one later. But I knew you were gonna like fucking Resident Evil, the goddamn TV series.
Listen, man, listen. I was on the phone with my cousin earlier, right? And I told him the line that I've been thinking about this entire time since I finished watching it, right? I told him that they got a room of Netflix writers and they just handed them a prompt that says Resident Evil. And these two people that were sitting in that room had no idea it's a video game. So they're just like, oh, 2 words, Resident Evil. Oh, that's like that movie Monster-in-Law. That's about a mother-in-law. So it's about family drama. Okay, so Resident Evil. Who do you live with that you have problems with? Oh, your sister. Okay. You know what? Friends in the neighborhood, your school. There we go. They're resident, they're nearby, and they're evil. They're catty. They're there. They're gonna ruin your life. They're gonna make fun of you. They're gonna bully you. That's the Resident Evil. And they wrote up 8 episodes. And then someone from Netflix walked in and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys know it's a video game series, right? And they're like, wait, what? This is an adaptation? And they're like, oh no, we gotta rewrite this. Oh my god, okay. Cut down 2 entire episodes, fill it in with future stuff with zombies, and give Albert Wesker 2 daughters. And they're like, okay, perfect, we did it. By the way, not that I care for anyone else. I'm gonna just say it's spoilers, so who cares? I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. If I spoil this, look, it's still not gonna stop it from being hilarious. They gave Wesker 2 daughters. They put Wesker in a parent teacher conference. Wesker got cloned 5 different times, and all of them have different personalities. I'm stealing this joke from the Snark Tank, but Black Albert Wesker is just Blade because seeing oh my god, that man's name, the Cabal on Mars. Lance Reddick, by the way, this man is trying so much. This man is just trying so much to take this so seriously, and I feel so bad for him because every time he says something, I'm like, my god, you're supposed to be Wesker. This might be one of the funniest things I've ever heard. But do I remember anything from this series? No, I really don't. I was on my phone for most of it and occasionally glancing up to laugh. And it would be stuff like one of Lance Reddick's clones, like apparently being a goofball and buying a Range Rover and just showing it off to his daughters, but they don't know that that's not the real Albert Wesker. It's so dumb, but oh my god, this was garbage, and yet it still made me laugh a good amount of times. So yeah, does anyone think this is a recommendation? No, absolutely not. No, do not. That absolutely not. You don't need to watch the show. You really don't. But if you occasionally need some garbage to laugh at, it's right here. It is waiting for you right here. It is actually comedic how little of Resident Evil it is here. It is just, it's like if you finished an entire jug of orange juice of The Walking Dead. and then you poured it out and then tried to water it down with water, and then that's Fear the Walking Dead. And then you finished it again, and then with the little drops that were still at the bottom, you then filled the bottle up again, and then you handed it to a CW person. That is Netflix Resident Evil. It's actually impressive how terrible this is. Every single part of the teenage angst stuff was peak of the show. Hilarious to laugh at. So now, Dorian, please tell me, does this hurt you? Because I hope it does.
No.
Fair enough. This
No,
is
I
a
was
Netflix out of 10.
yeah, no. While you were watching that, I was looking at I was looking at my movie showtimes for Friday because I want to see Pearl, and there was another movie called See How They Run that was playing at the same theater. I never heard of that, so I might have to check that movie out. And that would be more interesting than Resident Evil Netflix out of 10.
Everyone, by the way, I currently have allergies. Usually I cut out most of the coughs and sniffles and all that. Too bad, you're gonna have to deal with it because that's just kind of the show that I run with now. So yeah, Netflix out of 10. Your turn.
Sounds like some Netflix like quality. Give me 1 second. I had to burp. I won't subject the audience to that. Okay. Moonfall. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to bang out a bunch of shitty
Jesus
ones
Christ.
here. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to bang out a bunch of shitty ones here. Feel free if you want to interject your own shitty one at some point in here, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. And you let me know when you have something to add. But yeah, Moonfall. This is directed by Roland Emmerich. This movie's garbage. This movie's bad. This is one of the worst movies I've actually seen in a good long time. Maybe I think this is worse than Free Guy. So this is probably the worst movie I've seen in the last couple of years. It's fucking horrible, man. This movie's basically like, hey, what if conspiracy theorists are right, and like there's like living stuff on the moon, and like it's not a real moon, and like none of the moon's gonna blow up and like destroy the Earth, man. Yeah. 1 out of 5. Go ahead. Do you have anything to say?
It's Roland Emmerich. What do you expect?
Yeah, fair.
My score is that's a lot of fish out of 10.
Cool. I really haven't seen a lot of Roland Emmerich, but after that, I don't know if I want to.
Wait, do you know what that was a reference to?
Probably Independence Day. I haven't seen it.
No. Godzilla. His Godzilla.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Matthew Broderick. There's a lot of fish on the ground, and then it's
right.
totally supposed to be a joke. He looks at someone and goes, "That's a lot of fish," and you're just like, "What? What was that? What was that? Wait, hold on. Lance Reddick was born December 31st. That's awesome. Okay, that's it. Look, we had to bring some positivity.
That's better than that fact is better than the entirety of Resident Evil, the Netflix series.
Okay.
Moving on, I'm going to trigger Sam and Mac by putting this in my shitty block. The Vanishing. This is a 1988 thriller directed by George Solzier. To be honest, it's not nearly as bad as some of the other movies I'm going to kind of run through here. I just was kind of indifferent on it. It's very meh to me. It's an interesting story, I feel like, and the first like 20 minutes to half an hour is really invested in, but it really doesn't, it works kind of differently than most thrillers. So like Lady Vanishes, okay, and like you kind of have expectations of what's going to happen, and they really subvert those expectations, which is cool. But I don't know if I enjoyed when the movie kind of takes its twist and you kind of start going in this other direction. That's where I'm just like, oh, I don't really like any of this is the problem. Performances were all really solid, nothing wrong there. The ending is really fucking good. I will say that. Like the ending, like kind of makes me like this movie more than I would otherwise, which is why it's basically going to be a 3 out of 5 for me, and it salvaged something of it. But yeah, I would never watch it again. So it was fine. It's actually like Mac picked this for me in our Mac clown music change. This is the least favorite of the movies he suggested to me so far. So,
yeah. In 1 year and out another out of 10.
Cool. Also, this really shouldn't be here, but I'm going to throw it here because this is the stuff I'm getting through quickly. Druk. Look, we've talked about this movie so many times.
Wait, can we look? Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel comfortable. That was enough space between the S word block and then Druk. So go ahead, keep going.
Fair enough. But yeah, Druk. We've said a lot about this already. We've talked about this movie so much. I don't have much more to say. I watched a really fucking depressing movie on my birthday, which I'll talk about later. So I was like, okay, I really need something a little bit more uplifting after that. It's like, why not watch Druk again? I've been wanting to anyways because I got that Blu-ray. Movie's still fantastic. I love it. It's a masterpiece. I don't have anything else to say. It's great.
Druk is Kino out of 10. It is on the shelf out of 10.
Yeah. Is it on your shelf? I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, yeah, no, I
Okay.
do have a copy of it. Honestly, I think that I actually so I bought a Blu-ray of it, and of course on the spine it says another round, but because I have
Yes.
my shelf alphabetically, it's in the D's.
Got it. You need to update your letterbox then because it doesn't show as like on your shelf.
Oh no. Okay, let me update
Yeah.
that, and also let me update something that I recently just got a shelf of. I mean, sorry, a steelbook of.
Oh, what'd you get?
I don't remember. I was just looking through it and I realized, oh yeah, that's a steelbook now, and I have to move it.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
Yeah.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna get another shitty movie out of the way here,
Hmm.
and that is Good Night and Good Luck. Again, not shitty, but just mid. Sorry, or
Mm.
fine, whatever. These are just movies I want to get through quickly. This is in 2005, directed by George Clooney. Apparently, this movie won just like a buttload of Oscars. It was like nominated for a buttload of Oscars and awards and won some. I don't know. It wasn't that good though. David Strayham is very good. It's basically the story of a journalist who takes a stand against a senator who's doing like anti-communist witch hunts, I guess, in the 50s. I mean, maybe as an American, this story would have more appeal to people. For me, though, there just wasn't a lot of appeal in the actual content there. It's well made. It was a good. It was fine, but like I've already basically completely forgotten about it. So yeah.
Mm. I did have Druck on my list. How dare you? You lied.
Oh no, no, no! But you have it just as logged. You're supposed to give everything on your thing like a like and 5 stars or whatever. You didn't do that for
Uh,
the truck.
wait, hold on. Yeah, 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 I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've logged it. I've given it a heart. I'd probably need to rewatch it again to see if it's a heart and 5 star.
But if it's on your shelf, it is a hard and 5 star automatically, isn't it? Isn't that the rules?
No, no.
Oh,
The
oh,
not there's I don't really know the criteria for the shelf is more like this is going to be my top 100 movies, but not all top 100 movies are going to well, I mean, I'm saying 100 as in like a good estimation of what is actually could fit on the shelf. So like, this is my top X amount of movies and not everything that's on there is going to be a heart and 5 stars, but like if it's a heart and 5 stars, you know damn well it's going to be on there.
okay. I don't know. Your list confuses me. Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
know, I know. The heart and 5 star means that is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I for sure will have it on the shelf. If I have it on the shelf, that means that it's in the top X amount favorite.
okay. Hold on. Let me look at one movie that I'm curious. Hold on one second.
Okay, okay. Speaking of weaknesses, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. Checks out. Okay. Anyways,
I,
go
I
ahead.
was looking at Transformers: Dark of the Moon because I kind of wanted to watch it again because like I watched a YouTube video of other people watching it and I was just like, wow, this movie is as dumb as I remember it, but also it still looks fun. I should watch it again. And I almost bought a copy and I said, no, I'm going to sail for that one. And I did. So at some point, probably next episode. Yeah.
Hustlers. This is a 2019 movie directed by Lorena Scarfaria. I don't know, whatever. This was a shame, man. I really liked. So she also directed a movie called Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Uh-oh.
That stars Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. I actually I like that movie. I think it's a nice movie. I don't love it, but it's sweet and I like it and it's endearing. This movie though, just it was mid, man. It was mid. I mean, Jennifer Lopez should be my first clue of that. She's never really in anything I super like. But there's just I don't know, man, and it's weird. Like this movie has a lot of high ratings from friends on Letterbox, except for I'll give him credit this time. Godfather hated him himself. Brandon also gave this movie a 2.5 out of 5, which is what I gave it. So at least he was right on spot in this one. But yeah, I don't know. There was nothing here for me. It's a story about like four women. I guess I mean this is why I hate it, I guess. But anyways, it's a story about four strip club women basically who start conning Wall Street men. And I just had a hard time trying to kind of get what the message of the movie was. I just felt jumbled to me and messy, and I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
I'm looking through my letterbox list and I knew that there was something that was off and I was like, which one of these movies did I recently get a steelbook for? And then I remembered, oh yeah, Memento. So I need to readjust that. Hustlers.
That's the one I looked up.
Oh, okay.
Funny.
uh,
Okay. Anyways,
yeah, Hustlers. Eh, there's no chance, man. I don't care. Like, I just looking at that movie, I was just like, I don't really know what you're going for. Wasn't there a rapper that was there? Is it Megan Thee Stallion or is it Nicki Minaj? I don't know. Either one of them. Uh, you know what?
oh, was that? I mean, that could have been Nicki Minaj actually.
I think so.
'Cause
Whatever.
she was really hot, so maybe that was her.
Okay, so you know what? I can get away with this one. Uh, Big ass rapper. It's just like I'm fine. I'm fine. That's the moment where I'm like, I know I have to check out here. So
Yeah, shit. I have to
yeah.
bump it to a 3 out of 5 now.
Skip out of 10.
Yeah, fair. Okay, the invitation. So I'm actually gonna do a little story time because that story time is gonna be more interesting than this movie. So I went down
Yes.
to Edmonton for my kind of just a late birthday thing and just to do something. Stayed at West Edmonton Mall for a couple of days, and my hotel room was right inside the mall, which is like right beside the movie theater. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I should definitely go see some movies. So I saw Barbarian, which we'll talk about later. I also rented Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which I will also talk about later.
Yes.
And then so then the second night basically I was there, I kind of had a stomach ache all day, which really sucked. So I was kind of like, I went to the amusement park, but I didn't do much because my stomach was like really grumbly. So I kind of went back to the hotel room early and just took a nap, and then I woke up a few hours later and it was still a little bit sore, but I felt fine. I was like, I should go see a movie or do something. I don't want to just sit in the hotel room all night. So I looked at the movie list, and basically my options were to see Top Gun Maverick again, which I probably should have done. I could have seen Barbarian again, which also would have been better. I could have watched some random ass Chinese movie that's like a cross between Moon and like a bunch of other sci-fi movies, but worse, which still probably would have been better. Or The Invitation. The Invitation was bad, very very bad. Not as bad as like fucking Moonfall was, but it's just as painfully generic as you can get in terms of like a fucking you know teenage thriller straddling the line trying to be a horror movie, trying to be funny, and it's not, and it just my god, it's bad. It's bad. Don't see this. 2 out of 5.
I just remembered that Saw technically got steelbooked, so I also made the adjustments there. And because Paddington, I do have the steelbook for Paddington, but I haven't put on the shelf yet because I need to watch Paddington 2. So even though it technically isn't on the shelf yet, it is on the shelf. And then I'm going to have to really just make a hard decision of like, what is going to get bumped out for Paddington and Paddington 2. So I'm going to go ahead and put Paddington 2 on the shelf, even though I haven't seen it yet. So I'm pretty sure that, again, this diatribe might be more interesting than that movie that you brought up. So,
Yeah, I can
yeah,
confirm.
also skip out of 10.
I can confirm. Okay, now let's just get these TV shows out of the way. Start with Breaking Bad.
Oh, oh,
Yes, I'm currently balls deep in my rewatch of Breaking Bad. I
hot.
literally just finished the episode with, I mean, kind of, I mean, it's not, spoilers, whatever. There's a shootout with Hank. I'll say that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
phenomenal episode. So yeah, I mean, Breaking Bad's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I'm appreciating it even more my second watch through. I mean, I'm not finished it yet, so we'll see when I get to the end. I still think Better Call Saul's a little bit better for my taste and what I want, but that is not a knock against Breaking Bad or its quality. It's just still an absolutely incredible show.
All right, so I will jump onto this as well. I have been watching Better Call Saul. I didn't have it on the list because, usually I like to wait until a season ends, but I've got 2 episodes left in season 2, which is funny because the last episode I watched involves certain characters in that shootout. This is the first time that we've seen them.
Cool,
And
cool, very cool.
I am actually going to echo exactly what you said. Rewatching it, you get a deeper appreciation of everything that's being done and
It's
all of the pieces that were laid to get there.
It's so good, man. It's just the foresight to do this, man. And like it's so like there's that one okay, this is the smallest of smallest spoilers, so bitch if you want, but it's such a tiny spoiler. I'm not even gonna bother going into spoilers for it.
Mm, mm,
But there's that scene at Breaking Bad where they kidnap Saul, like early on, and they drive
yeah.
him out to the desert or whatever, and they have the gun to his head. And he's and they're like, who sent you, Ignatius? That one fucking line that they put in Breaking Bad and had no idea they were going to do a fucking spin-off years later spawned an entire thing in Better Call Saul. Like, it's just incredible, man.
It's
So
so
good.
good because
It's so
you
good.
know damn well they just chose a name, and then
Oh yeah,
Breaking Bad ends, and then they're just like, "Oh, Better Call Saul." All right, let's go through all the footage of Saul in Breaking
it's so
Bad. Oh, we have a name there. I guess we have to include that guy somehow. And then they're like, "Hey, yeah, actually, what if we gave him like one of the greatest arcs in 6 seasons of television?" And you just go,
oh,
"Yeah, why wouldn't we do that?" And it's just like, really? That's
so
fucking
Kino.
awesome. Damn
So
it.
Kino.
There we
So
go. That's three. Three.
three.
3 and
Three
40
dollars.
minutes. Ugh. But it's so good.
Dude.
Okay, you know what? If I had to break it for this one, I'm okay.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
it's so well done. It's just Kino shit, man. It's so
yeah,
good.
absolutely. So the my rating for both of these, even though it's probably going to be consistent for every other time that I rate them, is going to be if you count these shows as one show like I do, you have 11 seasons of what is the greatest TV show of all time out of 10.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I'm not gonna rate it yet. I'll finish Breaking Bad first and then do it. But I mean, I love it, so good enough.
Mhm.
I don't have much to say about this. You might have more, but let's talk about Lord of the Rings of Power.
The
I only watched.
rings.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so little bit of like backstory, preface, whatever you want to call it. I like people. There's a bit of misconception with me and Lord of the Rings in general, the trilogy. Uh, I like the trilogy. I don't dislike the trilogy. I think Two Towers specifically is a really great movie. I think I'm a little hard on Fellowship and should probably rewatch that one day, but I think it's good. And I have issues with Return of the King, and that's where my opinions differ from a lot of people when things fall off the rails. But overall, even with that, I don't hate the trilogy, and I would certainly watch it again someday. But that being said, I don't love it. It's not one of my favorite trilogies of all time. So when I go into this TV series for Rings of Power, my expectations are a lot different from than most other people. Like
Mhm.
we're just on operating on completely different playing fields. So all that said, I did actually like the first episode. I don't think it was great or anything, but it was interesting. It held my attention. There was some cool plot threads in there, and I thought it was
No,
solid.
I'm just laughing at what I'm gonna say.
No, I'm
Go ahead.
sure. I'm sure it'll be fun. Great, a classic passive pixels moment. But yeah, no, I don't. I don't hate this at all. I think I will say that like I have no desire to watch more right now, but I do think that's mostly me just wanting to kind of wait for the season to be done at this point. I'm pretty sure like Better Call Saul was the last show that like had me so invested that I wanted to watch it week to week like that. I think now for pretty much every other show, I'm happy to just kind of binge and wait till the end. Although I will say when the rehearsal comes back, it might be a
Yeah.
week to week show too.
Yeah. No, that will
But
be.
because I wanted to zeitgeist that shit and talk about it. But I think otherwise, like for 99% of the shows these days, I'm gonna be fine just waiting till the season's out and watching it then. And that's what I'll do with Lord of the Rings. But yeah, it was solid. I didn't hate it, and that's all I got to say. So go ahead and then speak your piece, Twin.
I was so bored of the rings that 25 minutes in, I quit. I didn't know what to watch, so then I put on Netflix Resident Evil, baby. Let's go.
Seriously, you should have. Why did you not quit a minute earlier? We could have both been 24 minutes then.
No, no, I had to go 25 minutes, and I was just like, man, I don't care. And I stopped. Oh my god, it just feels so insulting. Bezos spent $1 billion just for me to go to one season of a bastardized adaptation from a video game that got canceled already. Oh my god.
Most Edwin
So
thing I've ever heard.
listen, man, listen. Well, the rings is mid. I was like, I don't care, man. I don't care about this universe. I don't. All right. I'm now realizing that Lord of the Rings is just like I like you as a movie. I like you as 3 movies. I can sit down. I can lose an entire week to because it's basically a TV show. It's 12 hours, and then I'm done. It's just like Star Wars. It's just like superhero stuff. I don't need an entire universe. I know they come with universes, by the way. Don't be like, yeah, they are universes. Like, no, stop, stop, stop. Just let me have a bit of a piece, and then I can dip. All right. I don't need the entire all this blah blah blah. Just give me a movie in out. And sadly, Lord of the Rings is in that. I really like the 3 movies. I think it is one of the greatest trilogies ever, and also I think it is a landmark in filmmaking in general. All 3 of those, just the amount of stuff that had to go into those. Honestly, I've only watched a couple of pieces of the special features because it's like 4 DVDs per movie. That's not. I'm not saying like it's 4 DVDs. Okay, those things are packed with special features of the making of these movies, and just the amount of planning and execution in those movies. Like, how was this even made possible? So yeah, I think that I don't really care about Lord of the Rings as Lord of the Rings and all this. I care about them as films. So the Rings already just had no chance. I'm probably never coming back to this. Netflix Resident Evil out of 10.
Go fuck yourself out of 10. All right. How many
Oh,
things
I
do you have
hope
left?
Bezos is crying.
I'm not as hard as me. How many things do you have left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, I still got 14.
Okay,
Do you want to
we're
throw one in
close.
here, or should I just keep going?
Keep going.
Okay, well, that's unfortunately all the ones I really had to speed run, but I'll kind of get through some quickish here that I don't really care about as much.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we go next? Let's go. Yeah, let's do Elephant next. So Elephant, this is a movie. This is actually an HBO movie that
Oh,
came out in 2003. So this is
oh,
before like the big HBO Max movie push, where like HBO kind of didn't do that many movies, and they weren't really known for that sort of thing, but they were just starting to like put out their own line of movies. So yeah. This is directed by Gus Van Sant. You might also know him for the horrible, unnecessary, one of the most unneeded remakes of all time in Psycho with Vince Vaughn. And I'm sure he's done some other stuff in there, but I don't know if I've seen any. Oh, Good Will Hunting. He did Good Will Hunting too. That's a
he
good movie,
did.
but yeah, he did. So that's fair.
Oh.
That's a good movie. But yeah, so this movie, I don't know, man. It's good. It's fine. I don't think I'd ever watch it again. Basically, it's about a school shooting and just kind of the days in the lives of these kids and kind of what leads up to it. I just this is another movie where I sat there and watched it. I finished it, and I'm like, I don't know what the message here was. And it's not that the movie depressed the shit out of me, because again, I'm going to talk about a movie later that did that, and I appreciated that movie. This one didn't really depress me or anything like that. It's definitely not an uplifting movie. It's a downer, but it's just like, okay, yeah, is this just guns bad, shooting bad? Is that what we're telling us here? Because I know that. Trust me, I know that, but it didn't feel super preachy, so I'm not sure if that was it. So I guess the big thing to surmise is like the name of the movie, Elephant in the Room. I guess maybe, but fuck if I know. It's fine. It's basically all I gotta say.
All right. What was the synopsis of it?
Several ordinary high school students go through their daily routines as two other prepare for something more malevolent. The film chronicles the events surrounding a school shooting.
Oh wow, 2003. This man was a little bit early. Never mind. That was near Columbine, so understandable. By the way, Gus Van Sant. There is no I in the last part of his name. Gus Van Sant.
Oh, did I say
Um,
Saint?
yeah, you said Saint. It's
That just
Sant.
sounds cooler. So I'm gonna keep it Gus Van Saint.
Yeah, sure. I guess that makes it sound like he could be in the Boondock Saints or something. Elephant. Oh wow, hold on. I was actually right. I have the Wikipedia page up. Chronicles the events surrounding a school shooting, based in part on the 1999 Columbine High School massacre. Damn, I called it. Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Definitely felt like that.
Yeah. I'm fine. I watched Bowling for Columbine years ago. I'm pretty sure that's enough for me. Thank you,
Cool.
Elephant. I don't need to watch you either.
Yeah, no, that's a skip for you. I don't see any universe where you'd find enjoyment. Well, I mean, you'd probably no. I just don't think you'd like it.
No, I was
All
about
right,
to say, if I want my school shooting fix, I'll just watch 13 Reasons Why again.
there you go. Perfect. So if we're
Dude, hold on,
gonna,
hold on. I need to spoil this. 13 Reasons Why. Literally, the power of friendship stops a school shooter.
sounds
This
like
kid
sounds like Life is Strange, man. That's awesome.
this kid gets a broom handle stuck up his ass. He comes back the next day with a rifle, and then Clay, the main character, is like, "You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this." He has a gun pointed at him, and he just goes, "You're right. I'm not gonna do it." And then he just walks away, and that's the end of the season.
It's not your fault, man. It's not
It's
your
not my
fault,
fault.
man.
It's not my fault that the broom handle went up my ass.
It's probably more entertaining than most of these movies this episode.
This was so worth spoiling, by the way. I hate Netflix so much.
Oh yeah, fuck Netflix. Fuck them. Fuck
All
them
right,
so hard.
continue.
All right, moving on. Speaking of movies that you probably have no interest in and will never watch and will skip, Eddie the Eagle. This is a biopic about Michael Eddie Edwards, a British ski jumper who never stopped believing in himself and created the ultimate dream for himself in the Winter Olympics.
Oh
Look,
wow.
honestly, this isn't bad. In fact, I had a good time with it. It's fun. It's just your typical sports biopic. You're never going to get anything overly complicated with this. Taron Egerton is
Oh,
I really like him. He's a
oh,
charismatic actor.
I almost
He's
cursed. I was so close.
he's good here. He has a delightful little mustache, so that's great. Hugh Jackman's always a lot of fun. He is in a good chunk of this movie as well. So good cast, well made, but it's bog standard in terms of sports biopics. So you know what you're getting into with those. Don't expect anything crazy out of this one.
Listen, you kind of were talking me out of it, but then I saw that director was Dexter Fletcher, and I was just like, you know what? I feel like that name looks familiar. And now here's the thing: there is one movie that he made that I really like, which is very box standard. That
Yeah,
movie is Rocket Man.
I've never seen it.
Rocket Man. Oh, you've never seen Rocket Man?
No, I do. It's
Rocket
on my
Man.
list, but
No, no, it's a very fun movie, but the funny thing is that Bohemian Rhapsody was directed by Bryan Singer. But Bryan Singer, because I have to assume that he was too busy feeling up women against their will and drinking a lot of alcohol, that he wasn't showing up on set. The last 2 weeks were filmed by Dexter Fletcher. And Dexter Fletcher, he kind of has his hand a little bit on Bohemian Rhapsody. But it's funny seeing Bohemian Rhapsody and then seeing Rocket Man, and then you just kind of wish, man, what if Dexter Fletcher was just in charge of Bohemian Rhapsody the entire time? Maybe it would have been less cliche as all hell. But then Rocket Man to its bones is still probably a biopic, but it hides those bones enough with a fun premise and the way it's shot and all that. So even if it's bog standard, I feel like, hey, maybe there might be enough personality thrown into it that it might be worth watching. So Eddie the Eagle, you will stay. I will not be removing you of the watch list. We'll see if I ever see you. I doubt it'll probably die before I ever see you.
good
Out of
stuff.
10.
All right, two more. We're caught up.
Okay.
Ghost World. This is directed by 2001.
Directed by 2001. Literally the monolith from 2001 directed this movie. Incredible.
No shit. Directed by Terry Zwigoff, who I actually didn't know this, but he actually directed Bad Santa as well. So
What?
yeah, that's interesting. No idea.
Okay.
I did not know that. But yeah, so this okay. I'm pretty conflicted on this movie overall. I do like it. I do think it's good. It's very quirky. And that kind of movie's almost been ruined for me. The Napoleon, like, have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Yes, of course.
What do you think of it?
I enjoy it.
Okay. See, and I liked it at the time, but as the years have gone on, I've liked it less and less and less. And I still don't mind it, but I don't think I'd ever want to watch it again because it just feels, I don't know, there's just something like, I'm quirky, I'm funny. And I have issues with that sort of movie. I don't know why. And that's kind of Ghost World too. Like Ghost World feels like that exact same style of movie, and its main characters are very like they play into that. That's kind of the point. Scarlett Johansson, who I won't bonk because she was I think young here, and Thora Birch are delightful here. Steve Buscemi. I mean I love Steve Buscemi, so whenever he's in something, that's great. The cast is really good. It's solid. It just it's a little bit too quirky at times. And it's like, oh, you're trying to be funny, but the movie really does set itself apart in a few ways. The ending is genuinely touching and kind of, I don't want to say ambiguous, but it's like, oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting like what kind of does that mean? And then I looked it up and like apparently like the actual original ending was a lot darker, but this one could still be kind of dark. So like it's actually kind of cool. I respect that. So I would definitely watch this again sometime. It was a solid movie. Again, didn't light my world on fire or anything like that, but I enjoyed it.
See, good call on not bonking. I did the math. She was 17 when the
Good.
movie came out. So
Perfect.
good call. Good call. Perfect shooting there. Ghost World. The fact that you brought up Napoleon Dynamite makes me go, okay. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something real weird in Ghost World. Sure, why not? Why is she wearing that mask in the letterbox profile? You know what? I'm not gonna worry
She's
about it. I'll just go ahead.
quirky.
You know what? Sure. Okay, hold on. Are you streaming anywhere? You're streaming nowhere because no one knows what this movie is. Okay, you know what? It'll be on the watch list, but if for some reason I end up taking it off because I don't even remember why it's there, I won't
There you
feel bad out of 10.
go. That's a 7 out of 10 for me.
All
All
right.
right, last one here, and then we're caught up.
Okay.
Well, let's piss off Mac one more time. Do
Ooh.
the right thing. So this is directed in 19. Fuck again. No, no, and I said in right. Directed
Yeah, you
in
said it.
1989 by Mr. Spike Lee. Funny enough, this is my first ever Spike Lee movie. I've actually never seen
Mhm.
one before. So, okay, look, I actually like this movie. I think it's pretty good. No issues there. I think it's incredibly overrated, though. Incredibly,
Mhm.
incredibly overrated. Now, maybe I just watching this too late. That could absolutely be part of
Yeah.
it. Maybe I needed to watch this movie 20 years ago. Hell, 30 years ago. It's well made. It's very well acted. I like the slow build. I like the bubbling. Like you're kind of building towards this boiling point. The problem is when the boiling point kind of hits, it was just lackluster for me, honestly. I was expecting more, and then kind of the aftermath. I didn't really like any of the aftermath and where that went, and it just kind of left me feeling a little bit cold on the overall experience. I really do, like I said, a lot of the cast is great. I can't believe Giancarlo Esposito was in this. I didn't fucking
Yeah.
realize it until I think it was Sam. It's like, hey, did you know that guy was Giancarlo? I was like, what? I was like, no, I didn't. So that was pretty fucking cool. Um, what's that fucking guy's name? John Turturro. Anytime he's in
Oh
something,
my
I,
god.
I love Mr. John Turturro. He's great here too. But yeah, lots of really good performances. And look, the message of this movie and what it was saying for that time, fantastic. I love that. That is great. That was all really well done. It wasn't like smacking you over the head with it. I thought it was just very poignant and well done. Uh, just as a movie overall, though, I just didn't love
You see, so first off, the score is going to be your racist out of 10. So do the
it.
do the right thing. I think a lot of the power of this movie comes that you could literally just play this movie. Let's see, 89. So what, 30 years later? 30 years later, and it's just like, oh wow, all of that is still relevant. Wow, we haven't advanced at all. And that's kind of what I think made that movie work for me whenever I did watch it. I don't remember how long ago already it was. Honestly, I don't remember if it was Passive Pixels or if it was before Passive Pixels, but whatever. Either way, I enjoy Do the Right Thing. It was still, it hasn't aged, and it, considering now it would feel like just a box standard movie. Watching it with a context that it came out in 89 and that it's still relevant, it just feels like this movie is the trash can going through the window. Like, this is the movie that smashes that window, and then you have to confront the reality that's on the other side of that glass. And yeah, Do the Right Thing, I feel like it deserves every accolade it's gotten.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm just racist.
Yeah, exactly. That was the score, anyways.
Yeah. Okay, 7 out of 10.
All
Okay,
right. I hate you.
we're caught up now. So if you wanna do something, go ahead.
You're a better score would have been 3/5.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
What?
That okay, I think I've taught myself. I think that might be the worst thing I've actually said on Passive Pixels now.
What's that? What, I
Um
didn't hear it. I missed it. What did you say?
I said that your score should have been 3/5.
Oh, 3/5.
You made me say it twice now. Moving on. Oh no, that's the one. That's the one. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this out of the way really quickly because it's not important. Silent Library. I signed up for Showtime. Well, not Showtime. It was Paramount Plus. But anyways, Viacom, which owns both of them, is considering getting rid of Showtime and just rolling it into Paramount Plus. So it's all going to be Paramount Plus at some point. I'm getting it on the ground floor. Anyways, uh, that includes MTV. And I was scrolling through, I was adding things to my watch list, and then I saw something called Silent Library. And my wife is like, oh my God, I remember that from TV. And I'm just like, this looks so dumb. Let's go ahead and watch an episode. So I watched it, and all it is just like six teenagers, guys from like the age of like 20 to 23, in a library doing stupid stunts, but the whole premise is that if they can stay silent while doing this stupid stuff, they get paid. Anyways, the show is so dumb, and the reason I bring it up is because you just sometimes know what your audience is, and your audience is going to be stupid teenage boys. The funny thing is that I realize I still have a stupid teenage boy mind because I was enjoying this and just laughing at how absurd it is. But the moment that really happened was there was something called like the Jack in the Box, right? And one guy has to stand in front of a Jack in the Box, right? And so they're widening it. They're the and I tell my wife, I'm like, I bet you anything there's going to be a little person in there that's going to try and hit him in the nuts, and then not 3 seconds later, a little person pops out of the box to try and hit him in the nuts. And I was like, oh no, they're in my brain. I'm still a teenager. Oh no. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up. The other part that I wanted to bring up is that the host of this show is so committed. This man looks like he hates these teenagers so much, and he is just talking down to them. Every time that he gives them money, he just looks so mad. I love that host, man. I hope he went on or made all of his money and we never have to see him again. So, Dory, do you know anything about Silent Library, or do I just sound really dumb right
No, you've convinced me to never watch it. So
now?
that's all I needed to hear. I appreciate it.
The score is gonna be they put a breast pump on a man and he was just very silent the entire time and he got paid $300 to do it out of 10.
My score will be Hans Molman getting a football tossed into his groin is Kino out of 10.
Oh yeah, all the Jackass movies are on Paramount Plus too. So
Those
I'm just kind of
great
looking at
movies.
them like, ooh,
Yeah, no,
ooh,
those are good movies. Fucking great movies.
great documentaries.
Yes.
Okay, your
All
turn.
right. Let's get into some games here. I'm actually not going to talk a lot about this, which is stupid because I'll explain. So, the
Mm,
Great Ace Attorney. So,
mm,
this is I think this is technically the seventh or eighth game in the Phoenix Wright series, but it's a bit confusing. So, like, there's the original trilogy, then they kind of did a sequel trilogy, and then they did a spin off of these two games, which is like way, way, way in the past, called the Great Ace, which is like in the like 18 or 1900s or whatever. And that's what I'm playing right now on the Switch is the Great Ace Attorney. The first three you can get on any platform. The other three you can only get them on like 3DS, I think, right now. They haven't ported them anywhere else yet. So when I eventually want to get to them, we will see if Capcom has graced us with ports yet. If not, they will suddenly become available on the Steam Deck magically through the power of Steam, which is great.
mm. Of course, of course.
Um, of course.
Gaben is
But yeah,
porting them directly for you.
exactly. Great Ace Attorney. I just don't want to talk that much about it, honestly, because we're kind of speedrunning this episode. We still got a lot to go. And B, I'm not done it yet. So I just feel it's better to punt it to next episode with games like this because I'm really close to the end now. So I could talk a lot about it, but then I'm going to talk about it like on the next episode anyways. And I got the ending to go over and then my score and stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to leave it. I'll just say general impressions. Very good so far. I'm really enjoying myself. It's great. Not a lot of complaints. It's definitely one of the better of these games I've played in terms of the Phoenix Wright series. And yeah, it's just really well made. So I will talk about it more on the next episode once I finish it. That's it.
All right. Hey, Ma, watch this. This is what we call a transition into business. I pulled out my 3DS and I saw that I did have some Ace Attorney games installed on my 3DS. Speaking of my 3DS, I've been playing Bravely Default. I don't know what compelled me to start this game, which I started so many games and I can't beat any games and I just keep starting them. Anyways, Bravely
Okay,
Default.
Poot.
I mean, listen, understandable. Except that man has been beating games recently, so now maybe it's just like a little curse. Like maybe it just jumps from person to person.
That's true. That's true.
Bravely Default. There is a proper way to play this game. Bump the music to 10. Bump the volume of the voices down to 0 because you
I
don't
hate you.
need to
I
listen
hate
to
you.
anything in this story, okay? There is no reason you should be listening to these voices, okay? There's one dude who everything he says sounds like this. He always sounds like he is so far up his own ass that it may have killed the queen. It's like, I can't stand these people. Honestly, it's just better if I handle this like an old JRPG where they don't even have voices and I could just pretend like I know what they sound like. But like I don't want to hear any voices. I just want to read the text and be done with it because oh my god, I can't care at all. Like at least Final Fantasy with the fact that it's all about crystals and stuff, like those are characters, you know, like I'm basing this off of just like Final Fantasy 4, but like Final Fantasy 4 has characters that you like. Bravely Default is basically a Final Fantasy game, except it's not called Final Fantasy because like they're talking about like crystals and even the magic is named the same. But like, man, these characters need to shut up. Okay, they need to shut up. I don't like these voices. So we're putting the voices down to 0, the music at 10, and we put the music at 10 because the music is so hot in this game. Who, boy, oh my god, I don't need to hear you guys say a word because I am bumping to these hot tracks. Even early in the day when I was working, I was thinking, man, I should put on that soundtrack. But I'm like, no, I need to play more of the game so I can hear the tracks, and that's my motivation. Also, the combat. Combat is hot, okay? Bravely Default has the same combat as Octopath Traveler, and oh boy, you can basically borrow your next attacks to move twice in the same attack, but then you come at a deficit where you skip the next 2 turns. Like it's such a little simple thing, or you can block to gain back another turn so that you can make 2 attacks in the same turn. It's just so fun. Oh my god, it just makes me so happy that they have a mechanic like that. Ah, but yeah, Bravely Default, very fun. This music is dope. I don't care anything that's going on in the story, but I still need to do everything in the story because it would bother me if I don't. So it'll be like, ooh, optional dialogue, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll read this. But most of the time, by the time I finish the dialogue, I'm like, okay, that was fine, all right. But I keep hoping that when I open up a optional dialogue, I'm gonna get a new track, and I'm just like, oh yeah, give me that tune. That was so worth it. So yeah, Bravely Default. I want to keep going out of 10. So Dorian, anything about Bravely Default?
No, I just hate the way you play it. But other than that, no,
Do
nothing.
you really want bad voice acting for something that's a JRPG that you could easily just imagine that there weren't any voice work for it?
I mean, I like dubs. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're not the right person to be asking about this. God, I can't stand fucking Danganronpa. Damn it! 4 hour 7. That's 4. Dang. Anyways, your turn now.
I gotta give it a score though.
Oh.
Just no out of 10. I don't know. Okay. Probably not. Doesn't look like my type of thing, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Devil May Cry 3. This I did enjoy. This was rad. So I went back to Devil May Cry. I actually really liked the first game. You know, the great meme line of last year was one of the best things I've ever heard in my life, which I had somehow never heard before. And just an incredible voice acting performance. Devil May Cry 2 was not as good, but people fucking hate that game, and I actually still had fun with it. And now Devil May Cry 3, which I'm finally getting to, Dante's Awakening. Like I said, rad game. This is easily my favorite of the 3 Devil May Cry games so far. It plays great, just super fun to play. The stories are so comical and over the top, but I like them. I enjoy them. I follow them. I watch all the cutscenes. I'm into that shit. The actual boss fights are really fun in this game. The game was pretty hard, but I played it on easy, so fuck you. Thankfully, that's something they added, I guess, in the remasters and like all since then the ports and stuff like that. I guess the original PS2 release, there was no easy mode, and it was actually like harder than the Japan version. So I would have never fucking finished that. Thank God for that. But yeah, no, it's just such a good time. This game, I really do like this series. It's very unique and it's just a lot of fun. So I own Devil May Cry 4 on PS5, so I'll play that at some point. The reboot DMC, I own that on Steam, so I'll play that on my deck, and then I'll have to get Devil May Cry 5 eventually, or V, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that is going to be on my list of games to play at some point too, because I think I'm fully in on this series at this point and enjoying myself.
You know what? I'm just gonna have to accept that Devil May Cry is gonna be a series that I just have to let go of. I'm not gonna ever get to these games. At least I still have Devil Trigger from DMC5. So if DMC6 gives me a hot track like that, I'll jump in for that. But I have to let go of the idea that I'm actually gonna go through the old games. So looking forward to it out of 10.
Fair enough. We're gonna go 8 out of 10.
All right. My turn. Ghostrunner. This is on here. I don't. I'm pretty sure I didn't play much of it, so I'm just gonna say still fun, and I need to get back to it at 10.
Oh, I actually have this game too. I guess it was a PS Plus game. I didn't realize
It was.
that. So maybe one day. So I think I said no chance before. Still probably no chance, but maybe one day if I'm bored because I actually own it out of 10.
Look, it's actually really good for like when you can't really pay attention to something because it's so gameplay focused. Like it's so instant to get back into it that I think that if you could figure out I'm pretty sure it's on PC. If you
I'm
could
gonna say it
play
might
it
be a
on
good deck
Steam
game.
Deck,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking. But I don't own it on Steam Deck. Is the problem. So
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm pretty sure it's on Gym Pass as well. So, no, wait, you don't have Gym Pass.
no, I don't
Well,
have
either
Gym
way,
Pass.
it's through you know what? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go up to TV 14. Okay, if you got basic bitch PlayStation Plus, just try it through there and then see if you want to buy
That's true.
it
That's
for
true.
Steam Deck.
Yeah,
All right,
that's true. I can
back to TV Y4. I mean, sorry, Y7.
back to the PG-13 era in WWE. Fantastic.
And I
Um,
jumped up to TV 14 for a little bit, and then to get that line out, and now I'm back.
Goodbye, Attitude Era.
Mm.
Okay, so if we're back in the PG era, let's go to Marcel the Shell with shoes on. How's that for a
Yeah.
transition, mother?
How
Um,
about him? How about him?
yeah, so this movie's great. Like, I don't, I mean, I can't look. I'll say right off the bat, I can't pretend to have loved it as much as some of you guys did. But it's great, and I don't understand. Like, it'd be very hard for somebody to be, I think, overly negative about this movie,
Mm-mm.
because it's
Yeah.
just so warm and it's such a good time. And Marcel himself is adorable. Is it a he or a she? I never really figured that out.
She. Well, I
It is
mean,
a she.
Marcel is a boy, but the
Okay, Marcel is a
voice
boy. Okay,
is
that's
a
what I
woman.
thought, but I kind of got tricked by that a couple of times. Okay, but
Mm.
yeah, Marcel is a boy. That's what I thought. All right. I mean, and there's just so much to like about this. There's just so much heart here. You can tell the like. I think you mentioned on the last episode, the director of this, Dean Fisher Camp,
Yeah.
was married or dating Jenny Slate, and then they broke up or something like that.
Yes.
But they still did this movie together, so obviously there was a lot of like just passion here for this project. And it really shows. Like it's just very like in this movie, like it's a small budget, obviously, but this is not an easy movie to make by any means. I can tell this was probably a
Yeah.
big pain in the ass to make a movie like this.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and it's just great. The whole 2020 thing was adorable with Leslie Stahl and all that. That was fantastic and well done. Um, I mean, it's a little predictable at points. Like, there's one pretty big plot point I think was obviously coming from a mile away, but it was still sad and it didn't like affect anything too bad for me. And yeah, it was just like I said, it's just hard to. It's just the type of movie that you could easily take this movie and recommend it to almost anyone, kids, adults, jaded fucks, non-jaded fucks.
Mhm.
There's just very few people who would not have at least a fun time with good old Marcel, a shell who is wearing shoes. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Episode 37. I feel like I said everything I needed to say about Marcel, the shell with the shoes on.
Yeah.
I
I wish I
love
could have
this
seen it
little
in theaters.
shell. Oh yeah, yeah. Man, I love that little shell. I'd give my life for him. And I just, if anyone tried to shoot Marcel, the shell with the shoes on, I'd throw myself and just catch every bullet. Even the ones that weren't aimed at him, I'd go and catch them those as well. Um, this one's gonna be A24's Paddington out of 10. That's gonna be the score.
That's fair. It's a rock solid 8 out of 10 for me. Very good movie. In my top 10 for the year for sure. Good stuff.
Speaking of repeating topics of movies that came out in 2022 that were hits from A24,
Oh, that
everything everywhere
transition!
all at once. Mama, you see me, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. Everything everywhere all at once. I decided to watch this one more time. I decided to show it to my best friend. Yeah, you know what? This movie belongs on my shelf. It is still that good. I'm still very happy with the 5 stars and heart that I gave it. By the way, I keep meaning to say this. I keep meaning to add our letterbox to the description, even though pretty much 3 people who listen to this show already have us on Letterboxd, but whatever. Uh, Anyways, Everything Everywhere All at Once belongs on the shelf, and that is why I sold my copy immediately after watching it. You see, the reason I said that is because there's a steelbook coming, baby, and you know damn well that we're getting that steelbook for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Let's
Is it up?
go.
Is it up yet for pre-order, by the way?
No,
Or
it's
no? Okay,
still
fine.
only in Europe.
All right, I'll wait. That'll definitely come stateside.
I,
So, or
mm,
Zavi.
I,
It'll come on Zavi. It'll come for sale somewhere that we can get it, I'm sure.
I, I don't know, man. I don't remember who said it. I feel like it may have been Moki who said that A24 steelbooks haven't released in the US, and I'm just like,
Green Knight. Green Knight did.
oh yeah, Green Knight did.
Green Knight
Okay,
was on Zavi. So I don't think you'll be able to get it at Best Buy, but like I think it'll be on Zavi or something like that for sure.
You know what? I should probably go and pre-order it from like France just in case, because
Yeah, honestly, I might do that too because I do want the steelbook for that.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once, still an incredible film. I'm so happy that this movie exists. I need that steelbook out of 10.
All right. Well, speaking of being everything everywhere all at once, I wish I could have been anywhere, any place, anywhere but this with these next two movies. I'm gonna do
Whoa, transition!
I'm gonna do a double block, so you'll have to knock off two after Ed. We're gonna do the Michael Haneke block here of
Oh,
Amour
this guy.
and the Seventh Continent. Yeah, your favorite director, Ed.
Oh, of course. Of course.
The ultimate filter director. All right, so we'll start with Amour. This movie's a fucking masterpiece, man. Holy shit. So this is easily my favorite Haneke so far. It's also like it feels so fucking stupid to say this for anyone who's seen this, like Sam. But for anyone who's seen this is somehow his most like nice movie, but it's not. But it is. Quick synopsis. George and Anne are in their 80s. They are cultivated, retired music teachers. Their daughter, who is also a musician, lives abroad with her family. One day, Anne has a stroke, and the couple's bond of love is tested. This movie's heavy, man. This movie's very, very heavy. There's a lot to it. I'm not going to get into any spoilers or anything like that, but suffice to say, by the end of it, I was a mess. It's very good. It's incredibly well done. It's just an honest, very powerful look at love and relationships and just kind of what it means, when you're getting to the end of your life and you might have to spend it possibly alone. You start realizing that might have to happen at some point. And it's a tough movie. Haneke, as usual, the fucking man has just literally black venom in his veins. He does not give a fuck. He does not care to answer any questions you have about his movies. He is not here to make things nice for you. He is just here to show you something. And if you like it, great. If you don't, fuck off. And I fucking love him. He's easily one of my favorite filmmakers now. And definitely top probably 5 foreign filmmakers for me, maybe top 3. Dude's just incredible. But yeah, this movie to me was a masterpiece. I can get it on Blu-ray. I probably am going to just have to buy it at standard Blu-ray because obviously there's not an Amour steelbook. Although there is a fucking irreversible steelbook, so who knows? Maybe I should look. But there's no 4K cut, obviously, so that's not happening either. But man, Criterion, just fucking do a Haneke box set, please. You've got like a couple of his movies in the Criterion collection. Let's get the rest in there. But yeah, masterpiece, 5 out of 5. Do you have anything to say, or should I just move on to the next one?
I just finished pre-ordering my steelbook of Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was €25. It was $14. Well, I mean €14 for shipping as well. $40 in total. It's okay, fine. Euro and USD is almost the same right now, anyway. So this is okay. What were you talking about?
The disrespect
Disrespect
for
who?
Mr. Haneke.
Who?
Michael Haneke.
I've never heard of her.
You're playing a funny game right now, Edmund. A very funny game.
What kind of funny game? Does it involve eggs?
Oh, it involves me ignoring you. It's not fucking fuck you, cunt. Okay, I'm gonna move on. So now the second movie of the doubleheader is The Seventh Continent. Now I made the really stupid decision to watch this movie on my birthday, which. I mean, first of all, like why I thought a Michael Haneke movie on my birthday was a good idea. God beyond me. But to be honest with you, most of his other movies, like they weren't like irreversible. They like left me like dead inside. Like they're depressing. they're hard as fuck, they're real, but none of his movies had ever like just completely demolished me and like made me want to run to Paddington. You know what I mean? So we'd never gone that far. This movie though near about fucking broke me. This movie's so bad that if this had been the first Haneke movie I watched, he would have gotten the Gasper no treatment. Like I probably would have never watched another Haneke movie again. That's how bad this fucking movie is. But it's great. I really I do like it.
Oh.
I do like it a lot. But it's something I don't think I would ever watch again. And I'm so close to the end of Haneke's filmography now, so I will watch the last like couple of his movies I need to. But fuck you, man. You fucking heartless piece of shit. Like, I did not need to watch this movie. There's no universe where this movie needs to fucking exist. And this is the first fucking movie you ever do? The fuck is wrong with you, man? Jesus Christ. I have nothing else to say. 8 out of 10.
I'm just saying that I listened to that because it sounded negative and it makes me happy out of 10.
All right, you do too now.
Okay, you see, the problem is that I went on Amazon IT. Okay, that's Italy, right? I saw that they had the Goodfellas Titans of Cult Steelbook, so now I'm looking and seeing if Amazon France has that one too. Because if it does, then your boy's gonna order the Titans of Cult Goodfellas Steelbook because. Of course I will. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we're doing a show. Yeah, that might be important, huh? Um, Casino. You know how you were talking about how you want to watch Druk again to make sure that you gave it a 5 star? That's Casino. We rewatched it. That's a 5 star, baby. That's just cinema right there. That's Kino at its finest. Nothing better. Nothing tops it. Casino. Oh boy, there's nothing I could say that is gonna properly describe this movie. All I know is that it is a 3 hour mob epic that takes you across all the years. And honestly, I think that there's just something that has to be said about any director that can just take a movie, take decades of time, and then just take you all throughout it, and it just time doesn't exist anymore. That's just something to be said about how impressive that is. But man, Casino, that's a heart. That's a 5 star. That's incredible. I'm so happy. I already have it in a steelbook. It just, I love this movie. I wonder at what point I end up making it crack the actual list of my favorite movies of all time. So yeah, Casino. God, yes. I can't wait to go and watch Goodfellas again.
Casino's incredible, man. And when I need to get a steelbook for that myself. And when I do, I'll probably end up rewatching it. It's funny. We'll talk about Heat in a bit, obviously, because I just rewatched it. But I remember going before I started watching Heat. I always do. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm really fucking insane. But I have a top 10 for each. Well, not even a top 10. Sorry, just every movie that year. I rank it for each year from all the way from 1990 to the year 2022. Yes, I am insane. So I cracked open my 1995 one before any movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, Heat's obviously my number one. And I go in and I'm like, oh, it's not number one. What the fuck? Like, what's number one? And then I'm like, oh, Casino. Oh, that might be
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be fair actually. Because there's the moment of madness, but like I'm like, yeah, you know what? Actually, Casino's fucking great, and I will rewatch that and confirm that. But I think that's right. Casino's just incredible, man. It's so good and it's funny. A lot of people, I remember before watching it for the first time, a lot of people, yeah, like Goodfellas is like incredible and it's like one of the best movies of all time. Then you follow up with like something like Casino, and that's not nearly as good. It's good, it's really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not on
Nope.
Goodfellas level. And I personally, I do like Goodfellas better, but we're talking like basically, if we're talking Goodfellas versus Casino, we're doing Better Call Saul versus Breaking Bad. Like that's basically what I mean. It's so close. Like they're just such incredible movies, and they complement each other so perfectly. I don't understand how you could think one is that much better than the other. It makes zero sense to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, Casino's just cinema, perfect cinema.
All right. I'm happy with what we said about Casino. Let's go
All right.
ahead and segue into yeah. This was a 2 block. Let's go ahead and segue to something else at cinema. Halloween.
Oh,
Wow. Ooh,
Mac,
Mac, here you
clown,
go. You've
clown.
been waiting for this for a while now. You sent me this back in February. God, Halloween, it just makes me so happy whenever you can watch a movie that you can tell is so influential that
Yeah.
every movie ripped off from it from then on, and then it still had the personality within it to persevere over the fact that everyone has ripped off on it. And that is Halloween. Halloween is one of those movies that even through all the parodies and everything, it still has a unique voice to it. And oh my god, this movie is just so good. It makes me so happy whenever I can watch an old movie and you can wait, didn't I? No, I'm gonna end up repeating myself, aren't I? Did I mention this earlier? No, I
What?
think it may have been a movie that you watched earlier where I said that it was something that you could just tell influenced everything after it. Like Halloween, yeah, it's that. It's that again. You can just see how the entire slasher genre completely misunderstood this movie and then was
Wait.
like, "Oh yeah, that was the point. That's what people liked." When instead really it's just that Michael Myers is just always there and he's this ever-present being in your existence. It's like, oh god, this is just so good. So yes, Halloween, incredible. Honestly, again, it's not going to make the shelf. I'm sorry, clown. I know it hurts you, but I hope that you can come to terms with the fact that I am still highly impressed with it. I still very much enjoy it. But to hurt you again, I'm not going to watch the sequels. I'm good with this one. I'm fine.
Honestly, that's not the worst decision ever because none of like I actually like some of the sequels and they're good. I've seen some of them, but not one of them is up to the quality that I've seen, and I
Mm.
would assume probably the ones I haven't seen is up to the quality of the original. So I think it's a good call.
Okay, good, good, good.
How about this though, man? Fucking Rosemary's Baby and Halloween on one episode.
Rosemary's Baby. That's what it was.
Spicy, spicy Halloween episode. And if we're talking about horror, let me introduce you to a little horror movie next called Barbarian.
Oh, God, those transitions. How are we doing it? Oh my God.
I know this is the transitional episode.
Mhm.
Um, Look, I don't like to implore people to go to the theater often. I mean, that's a lie. I like to tell you
Yeah,
lazy fucking cunts
yeah.
to go support the theater.
Damn right.
But
Damn right.
this movie, the best way I can describe this is Mother. Small lowercase mother with the explanation mark. Darren Aronofsky's 2017 classic. I have not seen a movie that's better suited for theaters and just looking at people's reactions, going, "What the fuck am I watching?" since Mother. Have I with Barbarian? And it was an absolute delight to see this in a pretty full crowd in Edmonton and just be with this crowd, like, and just saying, "What the fuck am I watching?" An actual quote from the end of the movie after I finished watching it was somebody behind me. This is the one of the worst fucking movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I loved it. and I just looked at them and I was like, "You're not wrong." I have no idea what to say about this movie. Stay fucking blind. I'll be honest, there's a trailer. You can watch the trailer because the trailer is immaculate in the sense that it actually gives nothing away. And it's one of the better trailers I've seen looking back on it now because it is probably all from like everything in that trailer is from maybe like the first 10 minutes of the movie, maybe 15, and it gives nothing away. um it does, like, there's very two different distinct halves to this movie. You kind of get like, and a lot of people think it kind of falls off in the second half a bit, and I can understand those complaints. The second half is definitely, I think, a little bit weaker, but it ties it all together really well. This movie is just fucking insane. Please, if you get a chance, people, check it out because it's just so much fun. It's funny, it's scary. It's like it's a Sam Raimi horror movie, man. It's as close as I've felt to a Sam Raimi horror movie in a long ass time.
What?
So this is just great shit. I'm going again tomorrow with my dad. I'm very he loves horror movies, so if he doesn't like this one, I'm gonna actually fucking rage quit out of the theater. Like, I'm gonna be mad. So this movie is just great shit. Please check it out.
Okay. Barbarian is actually in a Dolby theater nearby.
And I
What?
saw that. I saw that it's in some Dolby theaters, and honestly, it makes sense. Trust me. I can't spoil anything, but it fucking makes sense. I'm
No,
so
no,
glad it's
but I
getting those
mean, like,
theaters.
who put out this movie?
Fox Searchlight. So Disney,
Oh, oh, okay,
maybe. Hold
okay,
on. Let me
that makes
see.
a little more sense now.
Yeah, 20th Century Studios. So Disney. Yeah,
Okay, no, Fox, Fox.
Fox. Yeah, we'll say
Don't
Fox.
we'll dead name them, okay? They don't deserve the respect.
Yeah, we'll say Fox.
Fox. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need reminders. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. But I kind of want to watch this one.
Yeah, to be clear, I have no fucking idea what you'll think of this movie. That was just a plea to the audience in general. You're harder to read, but I
Yeah.
I think at the very least you'll have fucking fun with this movie because it is just wild. Nothing you like, and it, again, going blind, you don't want to be spoiled or anything, but nothing as long as you go in blind to this, like nothing's gonna prepare you for some of the shit that fucking happens in this movie because it's just so off the wall. Oh,
Hmm. I I'll consider it more just because if it's okay for my wife, then I will want to go watch this one by the end of the week, or I'll end up forgetting it out of 10.
if and I will say, like I know if you can, like I said, try to go to a showing where there's a few people there because it's mother material where like you're gonna want to be looking around and seeing other people's faces.
It'll be my wife's face. Never mind. Okay,
Okay, I
she's
mean, hey,
going with
that's
me
good
one
then.
way or another.
That's good as long as you get your wife's face because yeah, she's gonna.
Look,
Oh
look.
my god.
I've watched a mother with her, and I could
Yeah.
see her face, and then she was just looking at my face, giddy with laughter.
Yeah, it's a good time. Loved it. Good movie. 8 out of 10. That's my rating, by the way. Great movie. Like I said, second part definitely it goes a little bit off the rails, but it brings it back, and it's great shit. So, yeah,
All right, next movie, Pan's Labyrinth.
we're
Yeah,
doing a Pan's Labyrinth conversation. All right, let's go.
yeah. Oh man. Okay, Pan's Labyrinth. God bless this little twisted fairy tale. Oh
Mm,
my god. Just
mm.
this movie has such that right tone. The dichotomy between this messed up Alice in Wonderland tale and the drop back of like World War II. Like this movie shouldn't work, and yet it just works so beautifully. Also, I had no idea that Itu Mama Tambien girl was gonna be in here. So when I
Oh,
saw her
she's in
pop up,
there.
I was like, hey, look at you. There you are. Good for you. You're not just seducing teenagers now. You're being a good little role model. Like, good for you.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is great. So, let me explain why I'm rewatching this. I was sent a wonderful, massive package, Edwin's massive package to
Massive
be
package.
exact,
Massive.
of stuff that I had ordered from him.
I
And
wrapped it up before sending it to you, that massive package.
yeah, so you got to wrap your package, folks, because otherwise it can
Always.
be dangerous.
Sometimes you
Um,
gotta wrap it twice, you know.
okay, we're back into TV 14, by the way.
No, what are you
Okay,
talking
or I don't
about?
know.
It's innuendo, man.
Yeah, I don't know how much innuendo you can get away with in the states. Actually, I don't know how that works.
Probably a good amount. Like, have you ever
Okay,
just
so
seen
all right.
some of these kid shows? I mean, look. If Dan Schneider could have an entire career on Nickelodeon, there's a lot you can get away with.
Yeah, touche. And fucking, we got the rapist still playing for the football, so yeah, you can get away with anything. All right. Uh, yeah. So, anyways, long story short, there was a bunch of stuff I wasn't expecting in the package. Thank you to you, Edwin, and of course, Mr. Poot very generously gifted me some things as well that I was absolutely not expecting, and I freaked out over. And one of those things was the Criterion for Pan's Labyrinth, which was, oh my god, that's so fucking rad, because it was actually funny enough when I ordered Y2 Mama Tambien, I basically was either considering that or Pan's Labyrinth because I can't get that one in Canada. I have to order them off of Amazon the States. So it's funny that that happened, but yeah, this movie's fucking incredible. Like you said, it's so good. I was torn, but like I had always said that The Shape of Water is my favorite Del Toro movie. But I was very biased in that regard because it just was the perfect time, perfect place for that movie. But Pan's Labyrinth is absolutely a better film. It's especially after rewatching it now. There's no doubt of that in my mind. It's just so well made. It's stunning. It's gorgeous. The tone of the movie, just the aesthetics of it. It's so perfect. And it, I don't get me wrong. I don't want a BioShock video game. Stupid. But if there was ever somebody who could nail that tone, it would absolutely be someone like Del Toro. He wouldn't be able to nail that tone, I feel, and the atmosphere like no one else could, because he just has such a way with that sort of stuff. But yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is an incredible film. It's like you said, there's a lot of it that shouldn't work, but it just does because of his talent and the actors on display here, and the creatures. I
God, the
mean, this is a
creature
wonderful film.
work.
The creature work is just so good. So, I mean, I'm sure I'd be very. You're kind of living under a rock if you haven't at least heard of Pan's Labyrinth. You've probably seen it. It's probably one of the most famous, I would say, foreign movies of all time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, absolutely worth watching if you haven't. Incredible stuff.
Shout out. I just love the way that Del Toro handles violence because the violence is just so understated, and because of that, it ends up coming off even more violent.
Yeah, and I do appreciate that. And that's something, by the way, in all of his movies, like with Nightmare
Yes.
Alley, and all of his other stuff. He's very good at that. There's still a couple of his movies I really want to see. Kronos, which is on the Criterion channel,
Mhm.
and The Devil's Backbone, which unfortunately isn't. But those are kind of his early horror movies. And I think even Criterion did a box set with that and Pan's Labyrinth. So I
Yeah.
definitely want to check those out at some point too.
Yeah. So yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, just an incredible movie. That one I did watch before I handed it off to you, and I did, just kind of keep that one off to the side. I didn't log it until you already got the package because, like, let's not talk about that one just yet. But yeah, Pan's Labyrinth, cinema out of 10. That's another good one.
Yeah, just incredible stuff. Which, by the way, there's still like so. Rosemary's Baby was also in that package, and there's a couple more movies that I will be talking about in coming episodes. I'm basically just kind of going through everything now that was sent to me in that package, so you'll hear more about that next week for sure. Our next episode,
Massive package out of 10.
massive package out of 10. The movie's a 9 out of 10 for me, by the way. Incredible stuff.
Mhm. All right, your turn.
Okay. Let's talk about Immortality. So,
Okay.
yeah, normally I'm done with the video games by now. This is basically a movie, though. This is one of the most unique video games I've ever played, and I love this. It's such a cool experience. So, Immortality. This is made. I want to find the studio that did this. So, actually, it wasn't a studio; it was a person. So, there's Sam Barlow. She's made a few different. Why does it she? He's made a few different games. Her story. He's also kind of been involved in doing some Silent Hill stuff too. He didn't really like Silent Hill stuff, but he's been doing these story-based games now, kind of with a twist. Usually creepy and kind of investigatory, and there's some neat stuff there. Half Mermaid Productions published this. You can find this game on Steam, 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 Game Pass, Steam. Yeah, Steam. It's it's so hard to explain kind of what this game's about, but basically it's this. You kind of get dropped into this world where it's like, hey, like this is like we've uncovered all of these film archives of this actress, and her name is Marcel, and this is all about in the game, like in its world.
Mm.
uh we've discovered this, and she's made these three movies, and her story is kind of famous, and there's like a little about page which you can get some more information on that. But anyways, we've discovered all these behind the scene clips, actual shots of the movies themselves, for three different movies that she made. These movies were all cursed, they never got released, and after the third one she completely vanished. So go through these and find out what the fuck happened. And that's basically the premise of the game. Now, I don't want to spoil anything because there's lots of really unique twists and turns and surprises that come through here. And there's a couple moments in this game when you discover them for the first time, like it made my blood like go cold. Like that's how cool it was and how kind of creepy it was. So there's a lot of really cool stuff to discover in this game. It's basically like this feels like if David Lynch made a video game at times, and I just loved it. Like it's
Mm.
so wild, you're basically going through, and it's kind of cool because it's like there's literally 3 movies. Now they're not full-length movies, you're just getting clips, but there's over like 250 clips that you're basically sorting through. So you can kind of start to piece together the plots of these movies and kind of start figuring out what's going on, all while you're trying to figure out this mystery. And the gimmick of this game is basically when you're in a video clip, you can kind of move your cursor over it and you can click on almost anything. So any object, any person's face, anything of interest, and it will kind of transition you to another scene that's similar to that. So for instance, if there's like a vase on a table and you click on the vase, it'll transfer you to a completely different scene, maybe a completely different movie, a completely different year, but there'll also be a vase. And it's just kind of cool how you hop around. It's very overwhelming at first getting into it, trying to figure out where to go and what to do, but kind of once you get the hang of things, it's really fucking unique. I've done it, I finished it, I got rolled credits on it, I should say. I didn't even come close to finding all the clips though, so I would love to go back at some point. By the way, I played this on Steam Deck and it ran great on there.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is just such a cool and unique experience. You won't get something like this that often. And just full kudos to Sam Barlow, because this is one of the most interesting things I've ever played, and it kind of sucks. I was talking with AJ, who's a friend of the show, been on the show before. A little earlier today, he mentioned something that I thought was really interesting, and just that he kind of like he's mixed on it because he really wishes that the marketing was better for this and that more people played it, because it would have been such an interesting conversation game. And I agree with him that it's a shame that more people didn't really play this or will never play it, because it's the kind of game that like you want to talk to other people about and kind of piece together clues and theories, because there's not really a full, like, you can piece together a lot of things on what's going on. And even though I rolled credits, I can claim to have the full story on what happened. There's a lot of stuff that's open for interpretation, like a true Lynch movie. So really great stuff though. I highly recommend checking this one out.
Uh, God, I'd like to say that I'll try it at some point, but also, oh my God, there's so many video games. When the hell am I gonna get to most of these? So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a score of. I saw that the Goodfellas Steelbook was on Amazon Italy, so I decided to buy it right now out of 10.
Here you go. This show's costing you more money every day. I love to hear it.
It was $40, man. I was like, yeah, you know what? $40, that is actually a good price
So
considering
bad.
that $40 is what I find it on eBay for, just a regular Steelbook and not even the um Titans of Cult one. And now that I get the Titans of Cult one, that means I get the little Copacabana pin and I get Mama Scorsese's gravy
Yeah.
sauce. Oh,
Is it the 4K?
yes.
Yeah, I'm tempted to get that myself, honestly. I already have a Goodfellas Steelbook, but I don't have a 4K copy, so I'm gonna have to look into that after. Tempted.
But don't buy it because it's the exact same Steelbook that I think you already have, which is
Yeah,
just the tie, right?
right, but it is, but the 4K is already $35 here.
Ah,
So I could spend how much more and get Mama Scorsese's recipe book?
that is true. That is true. You
So
could
I'm gonna have to weigh my options here after.
get that gravy, man. Get the
Yeah,
gravy sauce.
yeah. Anyways, your turn. You got
Mama
two. You got
Scorsese out of 10.
how many have left?
One, two, three.
I got two. So good.
Okay,
Almost.
perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way. Climax. First off, go ahead and it's directed by your favorite
Oh,
director over
Mr.
here,
Gaspar, no.
Gaspar Noé. This man, he knows how to make a film. You actually, I think you would like this one because it's actually a little reminiscent of two certain directors. They work as a team that you
Oh,
like.
no,
Uh, by the
don't,
name
don't,
of the Safdie
don't.
brothers.
Get the fuck out of here. Go,
Yeah,
go.
because you know
Do
what
not
this
invoke
movie
their
is?
name.
This movie is a very, very fun panic attack. Have you ever just seen French people just dance and then realize they're not having a good time, and then they just progressively make it a worse time? Yeah, that's Climax. Climax is such a little fun movie. You're over here, it's just like, man, we're not having fun at all. Why are we even here? Are we here just to suffer? Oh my god, I want to die. It's so good. It's such a little fun movie. Like, oh my god, that's yeah. I
Doubt,
don't know if there's
doubt,
anything else like that.
doubt. I'm doubting
What
so hard right now. There's nothing
you?
fun about this shit.
What you watched it?
No, I'm just doubting. I don't care. Fucking, I'm still flopping down a doubt right now. I'm sure it's a good movie. I just doubt it's fun. Fuck that. I love Uncut Gems. I would not classify Uncut Gems as fun in any
You,
sense
you're
of the word.
you're telling me that that's not a fun little panic attack that you take
Yeah,
for 2 hours?
it's a panic attack. All right, but I wouldn't say fun.
Okay, yeah. If you like that panic attack, then you'll like this panic attack.
Yeah, fuck yeah. We'll see.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a score of locking your child, who perhaps is high as well, behind a door, and then you lose the key out of 10.
That's just good planning. Fuck the kid. Um, look, my chance of watching it before was a 0 out of 10. Now it's like a 2 out of 10. Out of 10. That's my score.
Yeah,
Uh,
let's go. We're moving on up in the world.
all right, let's. We got two. I got two big dongers left. We'll start with Heat.
Extend the
Heat.
dong. Yes.
Yeah. So Heat is the 1995 classic, directed by Michael Mann. And man, is this movie fucking good.
Yeah.
So I got the 4K Steely here. Unfortunately, the 4K transfer is fine. It's the best I
Yeah.
can give it. I was really hoping for
Yeah.
more from it. But man, oh man, this movie is still just fucking Kino. This movie inspired so much good shit. So much good shit. There's so many just classic scenes. This is just Robert De Niro and Al Pacino flopping their dongs around, saying, "Hey, I can act better than you at times." Their fucking scene together in the fucking restaurant is just, it's just such a fucking acting clinic, and it's so good. The fucking shootouts, man. Like you said, I had to ask you, like, how does this fucking sound on your audio setup? And you, what did you say again?
No.
fucking.
So, specifically, Michael Mann is still the only director to have made me go, yeah, let me turn down the volume before the people call the cops on me right now because
That's
they
it.
think I'm shooting my wife right now.
It's so good. Like, even I obviously, again, I'm just using god awful TV speakers. I'm sorry, but even on those, bad, the gunshots are just fucking loud, man. You got to turn down the volume a bit. Like, it's crazy. It
Man.
just he just man, he makes his guns sound very authentic, and loud. But yeah, no, it's just, this is just such a masterpiece of a film. I hadn't watched this in ages. I'm glad I did. Definitely a top 50 movie of all time for me. It's a classic. There's so much to like here. It's easily my favorite Michael Mann movie. Although I do really like Collateral too, I should say. But I do like Heat more for sure. And I've only I've seen Thief, which was fine. Public Enemies, which is fine, and The Insider, which is fine. So I don't know. Like, it just seems like maybe Heat and Collateral were like just kind of his
Yeah.
magnus opus there, because those two movies just seem so high above everything else he's ever done. But I do want to see Manhunter still, and I probably will see Miami Vice for the walls.
Same.
I'm sure that won't be up there. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, and whatever though, if you've got Heat and Collateral, do you fucking need much else? I
Correct.
mean, fair. Like, not everyone's gonna be Scorsese and be able to pump out like fucking 15 fucking all-time classics.
Yeah.
Two movies is pretty fucking good. You get two fucking all-time classics in there, hey, it's pretty good. And that's kind of what Michael Mann's doing there. So Heat's incredible.
Just something that you said that made me think about those two movies. Um, I think that if you took Robert De Niro and you took Al Pacino and you replaced them with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx in Collateral, like you had the two actors swap, I think it would be without a doubt that Collateral would be better than Heat. It's just something I started thinking about, where you were talking about the performances and how Heat is probably his peak and you probably like it more than Collateral. I like Collateral more because I like how it puts the two hard anchors of this movie together for the entire time. And with Heat, you really only have you have that one scene of the two powerhouses together in one room and they rock it. And I just like to imagine, what if the Collateral script was the first one that he decided to shoot and he got Robert De Niro and Al Pacino together in a taxi cab for one entire night. And that's just a wet dream right there. That would be insane. So
That's
just for comparison's sake, I do think that I still like Collateral more than Heat, but I could say without a doubt, Heat is the better movie. Absolutely, 1000%.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like for me, for me, Heat's a 5 out of 5. Collateral's an 8, or Collateral's a 4 out of 5. I think they're both incredible movies. But if somebody, you telling me that you like Collateral more than Heat, I don't blink at that. Honestly, I can understand that perspective for sure. And I think I almost want to say Collateral might even be more rewatchable. Um, but I would have
That's
to
probably just the
watch.
length, though.
Maybe. I would have to I've only seen Collateral once, so I feel like I would need to see Collateral again to fully say that, and maybe I'm not saying that right now, but I would need to see that again before I confirm that, but
I
kind of a
could
hun
say that. Like, I
yeah,
could say that without a doubt, that Collateral is so much easier to put on because it
yeah.
already feels like it has segments to the movie with each kill that, like, if you zone out for a little bit and then you come back, you really haven't missed much if you already watched it once. So, like, Collateral, absolutely. Like, you could just put that on. But
Yeah.
then, like, if you were to rewatch Heat, it's like, oh, we gotta deal with Al Pacino's wife again.
Well,
Robert De
and
Niro has to talk to Lori from The Leftovers. Oh,
Heat's a chonker too. It's 3
yep.
hours, so it's a big boy. It's a big boy.
But then Val Kilmer comes out and shoots a bullet. You're like, let's fucking
Yeah.
four,
God.
five, five. I've been doing pretty good though. That's an hour
Yeah,
and
you
50 for
yeah,
5.
that's
There we
that's
go.
not bad. That's not bad. Speaking of really good, that's a good time on this episode so far. We only got like 2
Oh,
left too. It's
this
beautiful.
is actually incredible. This is the
Yeah.
best time that we've ever done.
No, that's good. I got to drink before every episode. Um, but yeah, no, Val Kilmer, man, '90s Val Kilmer is just I fucking love. I mean, I love Val Kilmer at any
That's
era,
a different energy, man.
but yeah, '90s Val Kilmer era, man, just love that shit. It's so good, so good.
So yeah, Heat. That's gonna be a cinema out of 10, baby.
Yeah, 5 out of 5, masterpiece. There's nothing like it.
Mhm. Let's see. I already got a Climax. Oh, speaking of crime, speaking of Scorsese, let's go ahead and talk about the Red Shoes.
Oh yes. Oh, mm,
Oh,
good movie.
oh
Excellent movie.
my god. Go.
I mean, here the funny thing about I'll let you talk. I just want to say quickly,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
when you get when Scorsese says this is one of my favorite movies of all time, you just know it's gonna be good, right? Like, it's not one of I'm not gonna put it in my fucking top 50 of all time, but when Scorsese says, "Hey, this is one of my favorite movies of all time," I'm like, "All right, this is gonna be a fucking good movie," and surprise, it's a fucking good movie, right? Like, of course it is, of course.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do live on air. I will explain what my process was, right? So I'm watching The Red Shoes, and I'm just like, my God, this movie is insane, right? And I'm just watching it, and I finish it, and I take it out, and I'm just like, damn, man, I would probably put this movie in the collection, but I just can't. And then I look over at my shelf and I realize there's space, and I'm like, never mind, it's going on the fucking shelf. Let's go. So yeah, Red Shoes made it onto the shelf. And let's be honest, man, it's that one scene. And now here's the thing.
Yeah, I
The
remember what I said too. Remember
Yes,
what I
no,
said.
I
If you go
realized.
back to the
Yes,
episode, I'm pretty sure I said
you did.
you will love that one fucking scene. I knew you would.
I look, I don't mind spoiling it because I can tell you right now, no, I am not verbose enough. I don't believe that unless you could find an
Yeah,
actual poet to describe the actual titular Red Shoes scene, there is nothing I can do to take away the impact
I
of
agree.
that scene. 1000%, I fully believe that. I don't believe in spoiling movies that are this fucking good, but this one goes into an extra stratosphere of it just being straight up visual poetry that there is nothing I can say that will diminish what is happening. So Is that enough warning for you? If you don't want to hear all this, there you go. I've had my cake and now I can eat it because I have given enough spoiler warning. I've said why I shouldn't spoil it, but yet here I go. The scene with the red shoes is quite possibly one of the greatest segments I've ever seen put to film. It is beautiful. It is poetic. It is beautiful in colors. The entire staging of everything is immaculate. There is nothing that they could have done to make it better. And every movie should be embarrassed that came out after the red shoes for not being anything like the titular moment of the red shoes. Honestly, the closest thing I've had to this moment is like the end of Whiplash when he just starts going insane in the solo and your soul transcends through the music. Like that is the closest thing, but this is the moment I felt myself float out of my chair and start glowing like a light bulb because this segment hits so hard
God.
and it is one of the greatest things ever put to film. And there's an entire movie before this and
Yeah.
after this.
Oh yeah, no, it's right in the middle of the movie too. Like it's the perfect transition.
I,
I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm happy for you, but I'm so sad I didn't get to watch that scene in 4K when I watched it. Like, oh, it's so tragic because
this
I can only imagine how fucking good that looked in 4K too. Like,
I
Jesus Christ.
was ascending. Like this entire scene, I just had my mouth agape the
Martin Scorsese
entire
literally helped
time.
with the 4K transfer for this too, by
Yeah.
the way. Like there's
Oh
special
yeah.
features of him talking about it on there, which I'm gonna get to soon. But there's literally fucking he helped with the transfer. Like that's how much he fucking loves this
No, no,
movie.
I know. Like, I watch. Here's the thing: most of the time, whenever there's a movie that I was just completely floored by, I'll usually sit through all of the credits. And this one at the beginning had extra credits that Criterion added because I assume this was probably a bit more of an involved transfer than most others. But then at the end as well, it had extra credits for the transfer. And I saw Scorsese's name pop up. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. And then I go log on into Letterbox, I record it, and then I look at the reviews, and it's like, this is Martin Scorsese's favorite film of all time. So who am I to tell him he's wrong? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, you don't
yeah.
tell the man he's wrong.
there's if this is one of his favorite movies of all time, I need this man on Letterbox so I can look through his entire list and 100% it.
Oh, I would yeah, that would definitely do that.
But
You know you wouldn't get a lot of duds on that list, man. Like it would be a lot of Kino.
I don't even want to talk about the rest of the movie because
No, I
that
don't even.
one scene is just
No.
there's an entire good movie here. There's good performances, the music is great. I
Yeah.
love the way that this story is told, and I
Mhm.
love the juxtaposition between that and what the red shoes are supposed to symbolize. But come on, man, there's no way that you can talk about this without talking about the red shoes segment, which is just
Oh,
it's 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 visual poetry.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I already said that, but I feel like it's the right term. It
Yeah.
is what if you just took poetry and turned it into film?
You see
It's
the inspiration
incredible.
for Black Swan now though, eh?
Oh my god, just
Like
I see this and I'm just like, Darren Aronofsky, you wish, don't you? You wish. You wish you could
I
do this
really
something
like
like
Black
this.
Swan too, but yeah, this is probably better than Black Swan. It's very
D-
good.
not maybe. It
I
is.
really like Black Swan. I will say probably.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine, fine. As a whole entire movie, I can
But
see that.
well, and considering when this came out too, like you have to remember, this was in the 40s, man. That's so fucking like that's insane. That's
That gives it extra
insane.
points,
No,
man.
no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like that's why I
Oh,
would definitely bump it ahead of Black Swan because you have to give it that. Like it fucking Black Swan wouldn't exist without that movie. So yeah, no, that it gets its points for that.
red shoes. My God. Kino out of 10. Cinema at its finest. Visual poetry out of 10. Oh my God, I am so glad that there was enough space on my shelf that this one I feel like is gonna ferment and it's gonna slowly just start encroaching itself even further into the shelf. Where if at some point I ever need to make space, I'm gonna look at it and I'm just gonna be like, oh, that one I feel like is gonna hurt if I take it out. So, yeah, this is a dangerous one to get in there.
All right, it's a 8 out of 10. Fucking love this movie. Very well done. I have some minor quabbles with it. I think I talked about that on the last episode. So we're keeping
Oh,
this positive though.
actually,
So
no, no,
if you
no,
want
you are
if you
right. No, 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 you are right. I just remembered that, so I'm gonna go into spoilers because I'm gonna
okay,
echo
sure,
you there. So
sure.
3, 2, 1. Red shoes symbolize obsession and how she's destroying her life for dance, and then she leaves her husband, and then she loses her mind because she can't decide between her husband and dance. So she kills herself by throwing herself in front of the train, and that's where the movie ends.
That's where it
That's where the
should have.
movie ends.
That's
No,
where
no, no.
it.
What are you talking about? Should have. It does end there.
Yeah,
It does
that's
end.
yeah, yeah,
That's that's where it ends. She never could choose, and then it was such a sad ending. The
yeah,
end.
yeah. 10 out of 10.
Cinema at its finest. That's okay. So if you really want to spoil yourself, you absolute asshole, I don't mind saying it for this one. She survives, and then she's like, "No more dance. Take the red shoes off." And it's like,
Yeah,
no, now you died. You
yeah,
died.
yeah.
You
It
got
just
hit by that
you
train.
just needed to end like 2 minutes earlier, 3 minutes earlier, and it would have been so much better. And it doesn't like I said, it doesn't ruin the movie or anything for me. It's still excellent. But again, this is the unfortunate problem you get with movies in this time frame from the 40s and then the 50s and stuff like that. Is just you were required to you couldn't really have a dark ending, and this is close. This is really fucking close. But just couldn't go over the finish line.
No, I'm telling myself that she died.
And
That
that's fair.
train hit her.
Yeah.
She went right underneath the rails, and then, like that was her final brain segment thought where she's like, "Oh, well, if I somehow survive, then I'm gonna tell her to take the shoes off." Nope, dead.
Oh.
Went underneath the tracks.
So
Wah
you're, so,
wah.
so you're saying the ending's a little ambiguous then? I like it.
No, no, no. It's clear cut that that's what it is. That she imagined that, and then she actually died. It's
Uh,
no ambiguity. That's what happened.
Release the Edwin cut.
The Edwin cut is just going to shave off a couple of seconds. That's it.
All right. Are we done?
Or I'm just going to take out the audio of her speaking and then just put like a little PNG of her lips closed. And then they just take off her shoes. Actually, no, that would work. Yeah, if she were dead and then they took her shoes off. Yeah, that actually work.
I'm just remembering that scene in The Simpsons where it's like the guy needs to go back to his home planet now, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh god, fuck. All right, that would be amazing. That would just elevate the movie to a fucking 20 out of 10. Like, you can't have
I think Scorsese would just be like the goddamn Simpsons. They fucking did it.
that. They did it again. Fucking Simpsons. All right, last one for me. So it's funny, eh? I had two movies. Actually, fucking. I mean, I don't know if you realize how much I liked Rosemary's Baby, but it's in my top 20 movies of all time now. By the way,
Oh, I believe you.
I fucking love that movie, and that was not the only movie to enter my top 30 of all
Yeah.
time. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
boy.
Double Indemnity, because holy fucking shit, this movie was good. Oh my god. All right. So Double Indemnity 19, we're going back to the 40s. Look at this. There's the transition. We're back in the 40s again.
God.
Directed by Billy Wilder, who I've actually been watching more of his stuff recently. I watched The Apartment, which was really great. I've watched Some Like It Hot. Sunset Boulevard is now very high on my list because that's actually apparently his best and most famous. So we'll see that soon.
God, I want to watch that one.
Me too. But man, oh man, this was so my shit, man. I look, I've never smoked a day in my life, but I just want to rip fucking cigarettes while watching this, man. Have a
Yeah.
glass of whiskey, rip some fucking cigarettes.
Yeah, right.
So you get your plot: rich woman, insurance agent. They plot to kill her husband. They want to collect on some big policy, and then what follows is just classic Hitchcockian thriller like I mean, it's so fucking good, man. It's so noir. It's noir before noir was a thing, I'm assuming. I can't imagine there was a lot of noir movies before this. This has got to be
Or
one of
this
the
may have been the birth.
this might have been the fucking first, and God bless them for that, because oh my god, man. It's just it's so well made, this fucking movie, and everything it does, it's so tight. The plot's perfect. Even the usual bullshit 40s ending shit, it's actually pretty good, the ending here. It doesn't ruin it. It feels appropriately dark.
Yeah.
There's so much to love about this movie. The 4K transfer was great. This movie looks good for a movie from the 40s. You got fucking Dolby Vision popping off on this fucker.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, congratulations, Ed. You absolutely called it. You knew I would love this movie. I like you. I mean, it's close to Waves. Waves is 23rd for me now, so I don't know. I guess Waves is still one, but like this movie is just fucking great, man. This is the type of thing that everyone needs to just watch, man. Like, I guarantee you, none of you fucking schlubs have probably seen this fucking movies. Go, except you, Mac. Go, the rest of you, go culture yourself with some fucking movies from the 40s and watch this shit, because this is noir before noir was a thing, and it's just fucking fantastic. It's so good.
God, you don't understand. I'm over here just like, man, I got to. Damn, just sometimes I know how to call it. I even started getting a little cocky, and I was like, I'm pointing outside of the stadium for this one. They went out of the stadium, boy. Let's go. Woo! So I do want to jump up with you about the ending. It feels like that ending is like right on the line of like how
Yeah,
far they could have pushed it.
I
It's
agree.
like, no, we want to tell you how this definitively ended. We just can't go further along because it's society probably is going to accept it and be like, this is corrupting America's youth.
Yeah,
So yeah, I do love that. Like, you can tell that it's compromised,
it
but
is.
it's compromised in the way that like it's like that North by Northwest ending where it's two people on a bed and they're kissing for like 3 seconds, and then it hard cuts to a train entering a tunnel. Ha!
Wonder what
Good,
that
good
means.
way, good way. Sidestepping that one. So yeah, this one feels very much like that, where it's like, no, we want our ending. We're not going to go insane because apparently you won't let us, but we want you to definitively know what we want the ending to be.
Yeah, I agree. It's yeah, it's not like, don't get me wrong. It's not like you definitely like, if this movie was made today, for instance, you could see where they would push it further. But
Mm,
for the 40s, like you could normally get away with something even close to that. So I'm
yeah.
like, again, this was very influential in a lot of ways. Again, if so, like, I know you listen to these, Mac. If you can think of an example of noir before this, please tell me, because I'm curious and I would love to see that movie. But this has got to be one of the fucking first. And yeah, the way they were willing to push so hard on that boundary, this movie's just incredible. And by the way, I mean, fucking, this is the weirdest bonk of my life. But like,
Mm.
there was something about Barbara Stanwyck in this from the 40s that's just like, man, I'd probably fucking commit tax fraud or insurance fraud for her too, man.
And murder. And
Like,
murder.
and murder. Like, god damn it, man. Like, maybe I'm a simp, but she was really hot, and like I could definitely see that situation. Like, I'm just some like fucking insurance agent wanting to fucking bust a nut.
Look, I'm just going to say it's that energy she carries.
She's got
It's
an
that
energy, man.
swagger.
Yeah, yeah, it is there. It is definitely the personality. I mean, she's cute too in terms of appearance, but it is definitely that personality that kicks it up a notch for me.
It's
But
10 p.m. I could probably go TVMA at this point. Yeah, no. She fucking knows that she'll break you. She
oh yeah,
knows that she, through sheer fucking will get you to fold your cards immediately because this girl knows what she has. And it's not her cards, no. It's her looks. And she's going to play that shit every hand. And it's
yeah.
incredible because that is all in the performance.
Yeah, and I'm so glad. Like, this movie was really like, there is no way. Like, this movie's not streaming on anything here. So I don't know when the fuck I would have gotten to this movie. Thankfully, Ed was like selling it. Wasn't collection. Didn't keep it in his collection. So I was like, okay. I'm like, hey, would I like this movie? And like, I think what did you say? I was like, yeah, noir as fuck, you'll like,
Yeah,
something
pretty
like
much.
that.
You have to
Basically,
realize that sometimes it's my one-liner recommendations that I'm just like, you see, look. I feel like it is an art to recommend people stuff. You need to
oh,
really figure out what is the best way to sell it. And for you, it's all about you already like this shit, so this is going to be the same right there. Here's the one line, right?
yeah,
And then don't push any further,
yeah.
right?
No, I mean
And
it
that's
worked.
what I like.
Yeah, no, it so perfectly sold me on it. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I mean, like, you gave it to me for a good price, anyways. But like, I'm glad because like, there's no chance. Like, I don't know when I would have watched this because like, I'm very picky with like paying to like rent movies and watching them. So yeah, like, I don't know when I would have gotten to this, but fucking incredible film. Obviously, 5 out of 5 in my top 30 of all time now. Very deserving to be in there, and I will rewatch that, and it could probably go up. Like I like when I so what I do is when I go to my all time list, I basically just slowly start moving it up if I think feel it enters there, and I basically just stop it before something that's like when I finally get like that moment of hesitation, that pause,
Yeah.
that's when I stop it. You know where I stop Double Indemnity at?
Mm, mm.
Whiplash. So Whiplash is 28 for me, and that's where I went. We're gonna stop there. But that's like that. Like Double Indemnity went ahead of fucking Casino, went ahead of Everything Everywhere All at Once. So it passed some heavy hitters for me, man. I fucking love that movie. I'm an absolute whore for that noir setting, and that might be one of my favorites that they've ever done. That kind of setting movie, and obviously one of the granddaddies of it. So yeah, that's all I got to say. 5 out of 5, cinema at its finest, masterpiece, goddamn amazing stuff.
First off, though, how about that writing? How about that
Oh,
writing?
oh, just
Yeah.
so fucking good, man. Like that script was so tight, man. Like
Yeah.
just perfect,
That
perfect,
dialogue.
man. The dialogue is fucking great, and the funny thing is, like, don't get me wrong, it's very 40s, but it doesn't like I didn't watch this and was like, "Oh, this feels old." Like,
Mhm.
not once did I feel that. Like, you don't even feel that watching this movie. It's just, it's so well made, man. And I fucking love that. What's his character's name? Barton Keyes, the fucking boss man, is a fucking ride in that movie. I
Oh
love
my
him
god,
so much.
absolutely.
You just like the fucking dude's got this sixth sense. He's like, I know bullshit's up. There's some
Mhm.
bullshit is stewing here. He
Mhm.
fucking knows. And it's so great, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm happy. I could not let the writing go unmentioned
No,
again
no, you were
because
very right. Writing deserves a shout out. It's incredible.
cinema out of 10. Honestly, I feel like if this one I had looked at my shelf and saw there was space, it probably would have stayed. But honestly, I have no idea what the hell I did to my shelf recently. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell did I do to open up so much space? Like, there's like a good couple of movies that can fit in there again. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, there's room to play around again. I don't know what I did. I don't think I removed anything. I don't know what I readjusted or anything. I'm just like, okay, sure,
Fair enough.
let's fill this back
Fuck.
up.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So last movie, kind of a I don't know. I don't think this is that good, like a beat to end with, but hey, here it is. Airplane.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
Airplane's a fun movie, man.
no, it is. I just feel
Yeah.
like after everything that we said in uh, Double Indemnity, that was probably a better place to end. But here we are, with Airplane now.
Hey, man,
Uh,
Leslie Nielsen's fucking the go, man. No issues there.
I love this man. This man just he does not break whatsoever, and it makes me want to go watch the Naked Gun movies because, like,
Oh, they're fun.
I have not watched any Leslie Nielsen specific movies. Also, I guess in the same vein, I was watching a video about parody movies. It was like a 45-minute video going through the history of parody movies. And did you know that during the dark period of parody movies in like the 2000s, that superhero movie wasn't the shitty guys that did the rest of them?
Oh no, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, I didn't know either. And the reason I remember that is that I remember Leslie Nielsen was in superhero movie. So
Okay.
when I found out that it wasn't the two guys that did fucking Date Movie and
Yeah,
Disaster Movie and Epic Movie, I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, that wasn't you guys? Oh,
Fair, fair,
I'm
easy
not
mistake to make.
yeah, no, exactly. I mean, like, it definitely grifted on everything else. Also, the funny thing is that apparently the two guys that did the rest of those shitty movies, right? This is going to be talking about the video, but whatever. It's related to parody movies. From that video, apparently I learned that the two guys who did those other movies, they were never okay. So the reason why they were able to get all these movies, like the entire advertisement that they had, was like from the two of the six writers of Scary Movie. Apparently those two guys were never actually in the writing room for Scary Movie. It was just that their script was similar to the script that the Wayans brothers helped write, so those two guys got credit for it as well, but they were never actually involved with Scary Movie. So because they had that credit, they were able to use that as a way to convince people to give them money for date movie and epic movie and disaster movie. And it's like, oh no, oh no. So yeah, scripts are stupid. Should have never given them credit, so we could have avoided the death of parody movies sooner rather than later, because let's be honest, YouTube was going to kill parody movies at some point anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree with all that. I gotta go off on a slightly off-topic tangent here for a
Mm,
couple of different things. You know who the
yes.
director of Superhero Movie is, right?
No.
Oh.
What?
So it's Craig Mazin, who
What?
that name might sound familiar
What?
because not only did he give us Chernobyl, but he's also giving us HBO's The Last of Us.
Wait, he wrote it and produced it?
He directed it.
No. He directed, wrote it, and produced it.
Yep.
It went through his production company.
Oh man,
I,
that's a great
I,
foot point.
I, I, I don't. I feel like I short circuited.
Yeah, I think your brain broke there. So while you're recovering from that, second thing, I want to shout out a movie because I'm never gonna get another. Let's be real. I'll never get a chance to shout out this movie. This movie's fucking horrible, but it's fucking so funny in all the wrong ways. Spy Hard. It's a James Bond
Oh,
parody movie with Leslie Nielsen. And shout out to John because John actually has it at a 4 out of 5 too. So he's the only other person I've met that actually likes this movie. But this movie's great. Like it's so bad, but like it's so smart because it's a James Bond parody movie and they got fucking Weird Al Yankovic to do like the Bond song at this. Like, it's just perfect. They
okay, that's
parodied this
brilliant.
so, it's so smart in that regard. And I always remember that as a kid. I fucking love this movie. I watched it like 1,000 times. So I probably wouldn't hold up at all now, but like it's just fun. These parody movies are great. That's all.
Spy Hard is not streaming anywhere.
Of
Damn
course
it!
not.
I would have
Of course
totally
not.
watched this.
Yeah. Oh
Not
my
yet.
god. You know what's funny?
What?
No way. No
No.
fucking.
What now?
It's
What
on
now?
fucking. It's on Disney Plus in Canada.
Yeah, no, dude, it's Walt Disney Company. It's the Walt Disney Company.
Bro, I fucking love it. Let's go. I might actually watch that again sometime. That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Okay, superhero movie produced by David Zucker? Is that the same David Zucker? That's the same David Zucker. Oh my god. Yeah, no, David Zucker is the director and the writer of Airplane. What?
Oh my god, man. We're getting into some weird parody movie shit here, man.
This is so. I need to watch superhero movie now. Like now that I realize that superhero movie was, oh my god, I feel so bad for superhero movie now. Like superhero movie was like, no, they're ruining the parody movies. Let's go ahead and go back in. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the marketing team was like, oh, it's one of those parody movies. Make it look like the rest of them. It's like, no, we don't want that. Oh my god. Okay, Airplane.
Good movie.
Oh,
Very funny.
hold on. Superhero movie is streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Is it free on YouTube?
It's actually on Prime
Free on
Video here.
YouTube. Oh. Okay, I might have to watch superhero movie.
I'll tell you,
Airplane. Airplane's
if you
funny.
if you watch superhero movie, let me know. I'll watch it too. But
Okay,
yeah,
got it. But yeah, superhero
Airplane's good.
movie. Damn it, not superhero movie. Airplane.
Airplane. Good
Airplane
movie.
is hilarious. This movie starts off a little slow, and you're just like, okay, there's a couple of jokes, blah 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 blah, and then it just dominoes into hilarious jokes by the time you get to the end of it. So, yeah, Airplane's hilarious. I don't know what else to really say. This was just funny. There's nothing I can say that's gonna like give you any insight on this one. The
Uh,
main insight of this segment is that Craig Mazin directed superhero movie and David Zucker helped produce it.
ooh.
What now? What? How did this rabbit hole get worse?
No, no, no. I was looking at Letterbox and Moki had an interesting score for hold on, let me see. What did he rate The Godfather 1? Yeah. He gave The Godfather 1 a 5 and Godfather 2 a 4.5, which is the same as me, so that's interesting.
Oh,
Anyways,
really?
yeah.
Oh.
So he's a Godfather 1 over Godfather 2 person too. Amazing.
I'm a part two person over two.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
rather enjoy the second one more. I just I love that Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I
I
love
mean, that's another one where I would never blink, man. Like you can't go wrong with either of those movies, let's be
dude,
real.
I love the rise and the fall. I love the parallel storytelling there, which is why another certain story, you know. Let's end
Which
the
story?
episode. Airplane's comedy out of 10.
It's 7 out of 10 for me, banger. Fun comedy movie.
Beautiful timing. This is incredible. All right. Even though this entire segment for Airplane was just just a complete mess. Oh my god. All right. End card.
Hey, look at you. You got to the end of the episode. From episode 0 to the day that I finally get lazy and cancel the show, a big thank you to Joey Rawlings for providing the perfect name for the show. Be sure to always give him thanks, either out loud as you're listening to this, or you can just send him a thank you tweet at boogeyman117_. That's boogeyman117, IE instead of Y, double O. Be sure that it's an underscore, not a dash, 117.